Yes, we're going to keep the ball again! Ross McCormack, it's only fucking Johnny Russell. Looking at $1 million as well.
Sexies we've had on all season.
Cheers, mate.
Excuse me.
You putting her above Big Charlie?
No chance.
I think not.
Can he, mate?
Ace-wise.
I'm not having that.
But the way he walked in with that jacket on the day.
Oh, the jacket.
Stranger, he walked in like a cowboy, wasn't it? He's fucking been living that American stuff, isn't he? What was he said, howdy partners when he walked in? You need to wrap that American pish on here, mate. How are you, alright?
Good, mate. Aye, you?
How'd you go? Where is he? You're staying in America?
Kansas
to Coatbridge, man.
Kansas to Coatbridge.
Why not ask you this, because I'm obsessed with American football. See, do you
know,
know?
but he plays normal football, mate.
I know, but what I'm saying is the Chiefs are the best in the world. Do you know any of them? Mahomes?
Aye, so Mahomes is like a part investor owner of our team.
Was he?
So, like, he uses our training ground in a wee bit in that in his off season. So I met him a few times, and Travis Kelce as well.
Fuck. Oh, Travis Kelce's Taylor Swift. Gorgeous.
I'm not met Taylor Swift.
That's we horny bastard. We horny bastard.
Johnny's a Swiftie.
We have his strip club. Look, we ask you places to go you can enjoy or sort of strip club.
No, but the answer was road. Mate, got this question in the wings, right? It's went out, hasn't it?
Brilliant.
Question is a place you can go to enjoy yourself. The answer was road. Who the fuck goes to a road to enjoy yourself?
Well, he said every strip club. He says, do you still go to strip clubs?
No, never, mate. I've never been to one.
What was your favourite? Seriously, what was growing up? What was your favourite strippers?
Growing up,
Legs and Co, mate.
Benjamin's Diamond Dogs.
Diamond Dogs was a joke, mate.
Well, wait a minute, because he's right across the tunnel. So you always say to your mates, "I'm going for a wee quick fag," but you're straight in there.
No, you couldn't get a bird in tunnel, mate. You just go to Diamond Dogs.
It's too expensive, Diamond Dogs, mate.
Imagine how much money he spent in strippers, man.
It's more than my divorce.
Oh, amazing, man. Paddy Mahomes.
Oh, mate, so
that quarterback was annoying to that. Do you watch that documentary?
I never watched that, no.
What quarterback?
The show?
You obviously like it that much that there's a fucking quarterback. I love American football. You've never watched the biggest show.
Have you been to any of the? Do you go to any of the match? Do you go to the Super Bowl?
I've got a season, and I've not been to Super Bowl. I've got season tickets, so I go to most of the home games and that.
I mean, the atmosphere's insane.
It's brilliant. Tailgating before, steaming before you even in the game.
It's about 8 hours the game, isn't it?
See, just out of curiosity.
Like 3-4 hours.
Out of curiosity, what's a season ticket in England? You're looking at what, 400 or 500 quid? What the hell is it for American football? It's got to be triple that or something, isn't it? Surely.
No, it's just over double that.
Is it?
Aye, and aye, but you only get like 8 games. You know what I mean? So
what about the mileage for his house to the stadium? You need to get that sorted.
I wonder what the mileage is for here to Kansas.
What would you say?
I can probably lessen here to Brighton anyway, mate.
Mate, he drove back from Brighton last night.
Seriously?
8 hours.
I drove to Brighton Friday, mate. Left at 5 a.m, got there about 1 o'clock, right? So it's that 8 hours. And then Sunday drove back from Brighton to Glasgow last night, mate. Oh.
Any stop-offs at the...
Him and his boys went to the strippers.
Abbey Road, mate.
Stop talking. You had something that was doing your nutting on your drive, you were going to say?
No, late last night. So I woke up this morning, I had missed video calls. See people that don't speak to you for fucking ages and then they proceed to phone you steaming every time they're out, mate. Video.
You did that with me?
As if you're going to... I've not got your number, mate. What are you on about?
That last Monday when you were out, you kept phoning us. You and McNaughton.
I just want a wee chat. Wee chat.
What about you, Johnny, in America? Done your tits in? There must be loads, mate.
Not really does my tits.
National anthem every 2 fucking minutes.
That can relax, man. Like every game you're waiting forever.
Is there any players that proper love it as well?
Not really, no. Like, they all stand with a hand on the heart and that, but I mean, you're stating out, it's just words, you know what I mean? Like you say certain words and then you're like,
what words do you nothing?
They don't do my nothing, it's just the fact that we've got so many different words for them. So like bin, like motor, all that, and then you have to change it. You're constantly thinking in your head, like how would they say that?
So do you say trash or not?
I have to them, but then you can feel yourself in your head when you're
I'm a dick.
You're a wanker.
That's the worst, mate.
Highway and all that, you're like,
highway.
That's mental.
Imagine doing that to your pals at Coatbridge.
I slip up sometimes as well. Oh my God, man.
Into the tune, yeah.
Oh, slaughter me.
That's amazing.
Slaughter me, man.
What about you, wee man? Any annoying your sake?
Oh,
I've got one and I can't believe it's only
there's one, mate. Have you seen the Polar Express? It's in Edinburgh now. Everybody's gone. The dads are wearing pyjamas on the train.
That's fucking...
I don't think that's acceptable.
Is that in Edinburgh?
Edinburgh, mate.
Mate, the Polish, you see when the Polar Express finishes, come to the end, the Polish should be waiting for you, innit? Just huckle you right off the train.
Mate, I don't think that's acceptable because on the Polar Express, the actual movie, it's only the Wednesday wear pyjamas. There's no dads in Polar Express wearing... No. What the fuck? Imagine my dad wearing pyjamas on a train.
With the arse cut in the pyjamas.
My mate,
Your dad crying at the Polish.
too fast.
He's
a legend, isn't he?
He's so intense.
There's the seatbelts in here.
Where's the seatbelts? I've got one, mate, and I can't believe it's taken me this long because we were at McDonald's Saturday night. See, when you're at the drive-thru, mate, and you get to the last window and she goes, can you just take a space and we'll bring your order out? Oh my God.
Oh, you could have gone
You're
nuts.
like, how? It's a fucking burger and chips.
Aye.
One meal I'd ordered, mate, can you take a space in the car park? And they just fucking forget about you, man. So there's about 10 motors driving by and you're like, how the fuck have they been served and I'm still waiting here? You get that?
That's so they can tamper with your food, mate.
Do you think so?
It's got to be so. Sometimes there's nobody behind you and you've got to fucking go away to a space earlier.
Would you do that if you worked at McDonald's and there was somebody that was rude to you?
No.
No. I've had my phone off for 4 days.
What, after that cooking show?
This was a penalty last weekend.
You said it wasn't a penalty?
Aye.
Didn't you think it was a penalty?
That's no, is it?
You don't want to go back to it.
It's no, is it?
By the way, I think you've got something to do with the VAR room. Thought you were in it. There's Alexander Burke playing in the background of the audio. Yeah, it's his favourite singer.
Honestly, mate, everything. I've been battered for everything on here, mate. Music choice. I had a
Did you say that though?
I had a jumper.
Alexander Burke,
I was wearing a jumper for Sainsbury's, mate. He killed me. He killed me. Before I came on, he went, that jumper's unreal, by the way. Where'd you get that for? As soon as I sat down, I tell everybody, where you get your jumper for? Sainsbury's, mate. That was it. Nearly
Can
get
I ask
The
cancelled.
jeans are full of with it.
I mean, that's a nice jumper you've got on.
That is nice, feds.
Cracker, mate.
The OC, mate. I thought I'd wear it because Johnny was coming on.
It's an American thing. I like
That
that.
was a great show. The
Brilliant.
OC. What was the theme tune? California.
Yeah.
You can read the OC.
No. Can I ask Johnny, if it's your last day on earth, electric chairs getting wheeled in with Craig Levein, he's bringing the chair in for you.
He shat himself. So there's a smell about the place.
Smell, I know, you're
Aye,
not enjoying
I've seen
your
myself
way out. Your last ever meal starter, main dessert. You need
And
to pick.
while you're eating it, Levein's just staring at you.
He's done that to me a few times, by the way.
We're going to come to it in a bit because I know he's your manager. He's a hero on here now, mate. I don't know if you've seen any of the shows he's been on.
Aye.
Funny, isn't he?
Aye. Aye, wasn't that funny when he was my manager though?
Right, we'll come to it.
I can't wait, but we need your meal, mate. Starter, main dessert, last ever one.
Can't you just throw that on somebody, can you?
What did you go for again, Ross?
He went for Levein's knickers for starters.
tune on.
Warnock's G-string with a fucking pile cream for men. Hang fire in the mayonnaise, Neil. Fucking hell.
Neil.
I can't even remember.
Sick. Yours is, what, is it going to be American stuff?
No.
But I also think you're trying not to pick American stuff in your head.
Go ribs and that.
You must have had some amazing meals out there, though, mate, nah?
Aye, for that.
Amazing, isn't it?
Overrated for me, that.
Think so?
Nah.
It's actually McDonald's, isn't it?
It's just a burger. It's a burger.
I like it, mate. I like it.
It's a burger. No, main's got to be a steak, innit?
What cut?
Wee fillet. Medium rare.
Good. What sides?
Wee mac and cheese, some chips.
Oh, nice, mate. That would be up there for me.
Chocolate fudge cake, dessert, wee bit of ice cream on the side. Starter. Could go in.
Chicken wings.
Wee haggis bonbons, there you go. Had them the other
A wee
night.
whiskey sauce.
I think we've had.
No, that's the first haggis bonbon.
Chicken wings, you're trying to get him on the show already, aren't you?
Oh, he'll be in for the chicken wings, mate. If you do the podcast, you're doing the wings and you're doing the
Man,
darts.
I'm horrific with like spicy food.
See, that's
so
what we
I'm
need,
like,
but we need guys like that.
They're not that bad. Anyway, they're not that bad.
No, just saying this, mate. You were a hero on it, man.
Oh,
I was
That's one of the
pissing
best, isn't it, with him?
Definitely.
You were amazing, isn't
But
it?
I've got another couple of pet peeves. I want to get your thoughts on it. People who score boxing fights on Twitter. Nobody gives a fuck how you think the scores went. Honestly, mate.
They think they know more
I've
boxing.
scored at 102. What the fuck do you know about scoring boxing fights?
They think they know more about boxing than you, don't they? They try think they've got a bit about, nah.
Talk to me about an AI judge. What's that mean? Is that just a
AVAR? I heard that in fact one of the AVAR.
A computer watching the fight?
Is that a robot? Is it?
I've not the
I don't know.
idea.
How?
I've not seen
AI
it.
I don't know how to do it for judging.
AI stripper.
Where do I sign up, mate?
Did you watch your boxing? You're not happy with it, are you?
No, mate, no. Listen, they say it's for the purists and all that, but to me it was like fucking two of the best teams in Europe or whatever playing out a 0-0 with no chances, mate.
Good
None
take on it, aye.
That's a great take on it.
You want to see somebody get fucking punched or knocked out or something, don't you?
I know, you always feel like, why are you not flinging me a punching?
Aye.
But what the fuck do we know now? And then last one, the darts. That Yaya Toure song, how is that still getting fucking sung? What a pile of
Darts as well, I know. I get that one.
Yaya Toure and Colo Toure.
Talking about the darts, big show, the graveyard shift. Mate, every player he's played's put in the first round.
Is that?
Mate, every player.
Mate, talking about the darts, it's no long until two wee Scottish guys take over the Ali Pally, is it?
Oh, you want to give
What
me
date is
insight
it?
into what happened?
What
When's
date
that
is
out? First week of January.
Is it?
You'll become...
No, I know that. I'm talking about using the Ali Pally.
Alright, no, that's March.
Oh, is it March? I thought
Aye,
it was
that's in
January.
March.
Are you coming
aye.
to that?
No, I might ask O'Hara for a ticket, mate.
You didn't go on with him, did you?
Didn't know got on with him. Try to throw me under the bus there. I didn't know got on with him, but we were the best mates. We were teammates.
Would you go for a coffee or that? Nah.
We went for dinner once with the two girls.
You've ever got strippers together?
In London. No. We need to change the narrative on this show, by the way, don't we? I'm going to get to jail, I think.
You're going straight to the Polar Express, your pyjamas on after this. Oh, just call I wanted to get you for, I guess. How goes Christmas time Terry's chocolate orange I had on last night?
Nah, you get that all year in.
I know, but you only ever eat it at Christmas time, eh?
Nah, that's a bad gene.
You, Roski, you like
After eight,
Terry's?
it's like
I wouldn't
after
eat
eight,
it.
sir.
That's
Hey,
after
after
eight,
eight.
so I would only eat them
No,
at
you're
Christmas,
bogging.
but
I like them.
I'm not even that bothered.
Toothpaste
with
covered in chocolate, mate.
them. Aye. But Christmas comes, I'll smash them.
Oh, yeah.
What else will you smash?
I'll smash them.
Anyway, thanks for coming again. Weekend, are you, man?
Mate, one of my favourite games I've seen for years. Proper throwback, mate. The time
Old school
pitch.
cup game, innit?
They were direct, brilliant. And at the end, when they score, they all go mental and it was offside. Then you just get the red card. Mate, it was brilliant, wasn't it?
What about our goalie on that pitch, mate?
He was brilliant.
Cruyff
See, I
and
don't
boys,
like the bogging back to goalies, but he was actually brilliant at it because it came to him and he played it quick and he was out.
Big Xander Cowie's no teaching Cruyff,
Mate,
is it?
Xander's good, mate. Good goalie coach.
Is he?
Aye, he is, Xander's good,
Mate,
mate.
to be honest, I'm taking the piss a wee bit. He was sensational when he was younger.
I heard that, mate.
Honestly, mate.
Some left foot on him.
Really, really good.
But there's-
Really good, mate.
Somebody comes see a game, mate, and you're serious because you're at your work. Come off at half time, mate, he wants to have a laugh and joke with you, know.
No, it's alright all the time. I didn't say too much all the time, mate.
When we came back out, it was second half, start of second half.
I was shouting when you went there.
Shouting at her and that.
That's bad, that, mate, innit?
That wee win, man.
But that was, mate, what a game that was.
Brilliant.
Mate,
Do you want to
you,
get-
sorry, can I just say, you and Mick get pelters.
Oh, but see, Paul, mate, they're basically right behind you, mate.
Do you ever say it back to that?
Nah, what's the point?
Mate, I couldn't even, just not knowing the way I'm, I couldn't see myself fucking...
No sense.
Have you
letting
got
that
security guards in that walk you to the...
Xander. Xander Kivy, Big Xander's the security guard. Did you go to any games at the weekend because you were here?
No, I was meant to go to the United and Celtic game yesterday, but we had a wee Christmas party. Like,
Baseball at the back gear, minute.
It's a good one to miss anyway, wasn't it?
I watched it before the party. It wasn't the best of games, but to be honest, I've not been to many games. Usually I get a few in, but I've only been to the cup final and that was it.
He looks American now, doesn't he? Looks like Jax Taylor for Sons of Anarchy.
That's right, the beard is
You look
fucking...
like
He's got
that-
my hair as
that-
well. Went to a wee Turkish barber and he fucking
No, don't go there, mate.
butchered me.
Butcher, aye.
That's his big thing on here, barbers, mate.
Aye.
That's the worst industry in the world, mate, barbers. Isn't it?
That's another
I
thing
don't know,
I
I
keep
think-
getting battered for.
Sidies.
Like
Yes,
this. How do you
I
know?
can tell you've
It's
changed
not-
them for this show.
Because
You
people
post the
messaging
first
me.
comment, probably, didn't you? Look at these sidies. Fake account. Under a fake account, then it just goes...
No, mate, I did see a few people going for the sidies.
Somebody
You
says
want to explain to the, what happened with the sidies, or are you happy with them?
Nah, mate. No chance, son.
Somebody says they look like Velcro.
He stick-ons.
Stick on sidies.
Oh, mate, see if you come on here, you're getting battered for your appearance, mate. Get used to it, mate, if you're going to be on here.
Can I ask Johnny, you still with... You left Kansas now, mate, aren't you?
Aye, I left him.
How did... Mate, you're an absolute legend there. How did that come about? Were you surprised?
No, really. I could kind of see it coming, just the way our season went. And the season before that, we kind of pulled ourselves out a hole at the end, made the playoffs, made a decent wee run in the playoffs. But then this year, we've not been good, mate. There was a lot of boys coming out of contract. They were talking about like rebuilding, so I kind of saw it coming. And then, mate, it was quick meeting. Thanks for everything. Going to go separate ways. That was it, really.
How were the fans with that? Was there quite a backlash about that?
There was on like social media and that. But end of the day, man, I've got no hard feelings. I was there for 7 years. I've been captain for about 3.5 of them.
That's brilliant.
You ever get close to winning it or not, Johnny?
No, so our first year, they do like the conference finals. So my very first year, we got to like the conference final, got beaten that. We got beaten in the semi-final a couple of years back, and then just there, LAFC beat us in the cup final. So I mean, we had a brutal season, but managed to make it to the cup final. But wasn't to be, and then I kind of knew with the things they were saying and the way things were going that they were going to make changes, and they made quite a few. To be fair, there wasn't just me that left. There was probably 7 or 8 years that went.
Anybody really famous you've met while or?
Aye.
Names.
So went to a wee charity. I hang with one of my mates over there and met Jason Sudeikis.
Wow.
There you go, he Ted Lasso.
What's it? You
Ted Lasso.
wouldn't have known that.
Ted
You shouldn't
Lasso,
have. You gave him an easy way out.
No, I knew it. Ted
I gave you
Lasso.
that. We went out and after a game in LA, met Vince Vaughn.
No way.
Met Vince Vaughn, had a shot with him in a bar in LA.
Fuck off.
Swear to God.
Mate, Vince Vaughn's a hero.
And then never met him, but the same bar with table sitting beside us was Bruno Mars.
Wow, wee Bruno. Wee
Bruno
man,
Mars.
wee red one.
Didn't move for the table the whole night.
How did you get a shot with Vince Vaughn?
So the guy we were with, knew one of his pals, and he just said to him to come over. He was steaming.
Was he?
He was steaming. And then we were like, you want to get a shot? He took a shot with us. And that was it. He's hard to miss, man. He's massive.
huge, isn't he?
Massive. Like it was a tall crowd, and he was towering above everybody. So.
Wee Bruno Mars would have been fucked in that crowd, wouldn't he?
What?
Wee Bruno Mars would have been fucked in that crowd, man.
Can you see him, man? So I just sat down all night, man.
Different world, damn it.
I coached Ferro's boy. I've told that in the show before.
Whose boy?
Will Ferro's boy, yeah.
So you did?
Earlier, I coached Will Ferro's kid.
Oh, did you?
We were quite, no, we wouldn't say close, but
You and Will?
we got on. We did genuinely got on. Quite. Did you play against Messi this season?
Aye, we played them. They moved the game to the American football, the Chiefs Stadium.
Oh, did they?
So we played them last year in Miami, but he was on international duty, and then I was like, "There's no chance we're going to get to play them again." And we played them. It was my first game back. Actually, I'd done Miami, and it was my first game back. We played them at the Chiefs Stadium. Got to come on for the last 10 minutes, and one of my big mates, Fontas, I played with Barcelona with him. Got me stopped.
Whose top did you get?
Messi's.
Ah, amazing, man.
You quid that in it.
Oh,
Get that sold,
Messi's,
man.
aye. So
That's the pension sorted.
I was never one for collecting tops, and then when I went over there, I've started getting a few. So
Any other big names?
got Zlatan's as well. Got Ashley
Fucking
Cole's
hell.
the first time we played them.
Ah, mate, that's the kid's
Aye.
future sorted, isn't it?
Oh man,
Did you get them to sign it?
no, I didn't want to be that.
Forge it, mate.
Forge it.
Forge it.
Forge it,
Used to
man.
do that every time somebody asked me to get a signed Celtic strip for them when I played with Celtic. Just forged it all and gave them it.
Michael McGovern was the best at it.
Aye, just
used to give him 50 quid and he'd forge it, mate. The guys sitting in their big games room with Celtic signed, Michael McGovern signed the full thing.
Mate, I couldn't believe what happened to you in Miami though. They battered the league, were unreal, and then they go to the playoffs and get put in the first round.
Mate, it happened.
They players buckle under pressure.
It's so bad that, mate. They run away.
Busquets in that.
Busquets right into
with
the
Busquets.
USA conference.
League final, MLS playoffs.
Mate, but how weird is that? They batter the league and then they get put in the first round.
I think that is.
The way, so the teams that finish top over there, it's almost like a handicap, because you need to wait like 3 weeks to play your first playoff game,
While teams are playing.
because other teams play and then they have the international break, the like October, November international break right in the middle of when that's about to start. So you don't start your playoffs, or you play like the first round. So like they'll get a bye, all the other teams will play, so you're already waiting, and then the international break. So you could end up 3.5 weeks before you play your next game.
You ever get a chance to play there?
Only one, mate, but nothing really came of it. Who did Danny Wilson, was that someone?
Colorado.
Aye, but so there was talking me going there, and then I went online and looked at the weather, mate. There was like 40 inches of snow, mate.
Is that what put you off going?
Aye.
Was it dog good?
No, I was going on loan, so I didn't get any extra or any less, so it didn't make a difference. But the weather was, if it was somewhere a bit better, then I'd
Colorado's nice though.
Is it?
Aye, it's really nice.
It was just covered in snow,
Aye,
mate, and
the
I went,
winters are mental. Kansas winter.
Kansas looks
They're-
frozen, is it?
Their winters are mental. Summer's roasting and then the winters is like same, snows.
Do you ever hear that thing that Jack Henry had? Remember he called the boy a fucking spacer?
I know.
Have you ever heard that? When you
I've seen that. That
kid
was
them
on
in
camera.
Scottish and they're like, what the fuck does that mean?
Nah, no in Scottish. There's
that's not even Scottish anyway, is it?
nah,
You're a spacer.
Spacer.
What's that?
I would never call somebody a spacer.
Spacer.
No, no. There's a few words that we would use that they're just like,
No, haven't it?
nah.
Do you ever have a chance going there, mate?
What the fuck? Never done that.
I'd love to have it there, mate. Would you ever see that?
You went over with Will, no?
Aye, I was just coaching them, but I mean, as a player, mate, that's the dream, eh? I think, like, with Lewis Morgan as well, I would recommend boys to go and do it.
Aye.
Because I don't think, see, back in the day when we were growing up, I think the MLS was maybe seen when the end of your career.
Aye. A lot of
but
people
now
still
it's
see it
not
like that as well. You know what I mean? A lot of people still see it like that. So
Oh, do they, aye?
Has that changed in the 7 years that you've been there? Where you,
100%.
is it? Aye.
What a
100%.
host, by the way.
You're fine, isn't
brilliant,
it?
aren't you?
Yes.
No, it's completely changed. They're going after. They're constantly changing the rules. So like like the DP rule they had.
Yep.
Well, now they've got like young ones, so they're going after like 20, 21-year-old like
Makes
a lot of
sense.
boys for like South America and that.
Have the Scottish boys done well there? Gold, Morgan flying?
Unreal.
Two of them have been flying this year. Lewis came back had a terrible hip injury and came back for it flying. And Goldie's been unreal as well.
He's loved there, mate, isn't he?
Aye.
Was it White Vancouver, is it?
He's at Vancouver, aye.
So was Armstrong, wasn't he? Armstrong was there as
aye,
well.
Stuart just signed as well.
Did he,
Lewis has had an alright couple of clubs, went to Miami and then went to New York.
Wow.
Dundee
mate,
United, Dundee United connection. It's Barry Douglas not got a move over there yet, no?
Mate, if he did, he'd hear an
Johnson with
American
that.
accent in 2 minutes, I tell you that. If he did, he'd hear an American accent in 2 minutes.
He's from Pollock as well, isn't he?
Aye,
Supposedly, mate.
he's from Park.
But see, surely you're just always trying to get a move to either fucking LA, Miami or New York.
Everyone's trying to do it.
Aye.
When I was first going out there, I was speaking to New York and a couple other teams. Ended up going to Kansas. Just spoke to their manager, Mo Johnson. Played with him, played there. So he helped with the move. And
What, was Mo Johnson still there?
He's not at Kansas, but he lives in Florida.
But does
I
he?
speak to Mo every 2 or 3 days. Aye.
How come?
He still looks after me. So him and my agent know each other and we just talk all the time.
Does he, huh?
Aye.
Fuck, he's cracked it, isn't he? Living
Oh,
in
wait,
Florida.
Lives in Florida, loves a wee champagne, just sits on the beach, man. Cracked it.
some like
Absolutely
that.
cracked it.
We're getting all rang here, aren't we?
Oh, fuck what we did, mate.
I
What
was in
a we-
Iceland at 7 o'clock this morning.
Mate, I've always... What?
I was in Iceland at 7 o'clock
What,
this
the
morning.
country?
No, quick flight back.
Mate, what are you getting in Iceland, man?
He's getting a jumper.
A jump. He's getting a jumper for his Christmas.
Sorry, can I just ask you,
Yes,
going
of
back
course
a
you
wee bit, was Bexy at the Miami game?
Oh, Bexy. Bexy. What are you talking about?
That's another one of your mates.
I just came out there, I've never even thought about that.
That's one of the worst things I've ever... Was Bexy at the game?
Imagine Bexy seeing that.
Oh my god.
What is that?
Uh,
Was he not there, mate?
no, he was.
Bexy?
I can't remember what he was doing. It was some sort of like fashion week thing or something like that. He was doing when it was there. So he was in like
Yes.
Paris or something like that.
Yes.
I was hoping he was going to be there, but
Is he cracked it into Miami? Like, is he...
aye.
Are they the best
Honestly,
team?
see if you actually see his contract for LA Galaxy, it's the smartest thing I've ever seen. Like he went in to buy into the league now. You have to just to get in is like 500 million plus. He got it for like in his contract. He's like he can buy a future team anywhere he wants for like I thought it was between like 25 and 50 million, and he picked Miami.
Wow.
And now it's worth.
You know who sorted that for him, didn't you? Wee busy ass Neville, mate.
Oh,
He's found a loophole somewhere, isn't he?
Mate, they sacked Phil and then signed Messi on that though. Imagine you're Phil Neville.
Imagine Fizzer taking Messi. Bexy and Fizzer. Telling Messi to get up at 5 in the morning and do fast feet. Wee fizzer, man. What was Australian dressing like with you?
That was
I thought
fine.
you were a koala bear when you walked in.
That was fine, to be fair, but I like that. See somebody that thinks outside the box and goes away when, I'm not being funny, could have went somewhere else in the championship.
Aye, I
Easy
could have
enough
stayed
to do
at Derby.
Why not go and do something different? Do you know what I mean? I done it when I went to Australia, but I only went on loan, obviously with the kids and that, so it was like a 3-month or 4-month stint and then coming back for 8-9 months and then going 4 months again, whereas I didn't really have the chance to go permanent. But I always say to everyone, if you get a chance, Australia or America especially, do it, because the lifestyle over there, how slow the life is, beaches, everything, it's class.
Who did you play with there, Roscoe?
So I went to Melbourne City, who Man City own. The first time, it was unbelievable, and then the second time I went over to Central Coast Mariners.
Oh, nice. Mariners.
That was a nice place to live, but in terms of the facilities of the two clubs, mate, it was like it was at Celtic and Pollock Juniors, mate. It was honestly, mate, see when I went in to sign, fucking Usain Bolt's mate was on the pitch doing diagonal runs with sunglasses and that.
See quick.
Usain Bolt.
What's the banter like in the dressing room?
It's all right, actually. It's good because there was a lot of younger guys, younger Australians and all that, so they all like loved going out and having a good time and that.
Cheeky
So
bastards, Aussies, isn't they?
Are they?
Aye, Jackson wasn't he?
He's not cheeky.
Nicky Feely was.
Who?
Nick Feely, the goalie, was there.
Was he?
Cheeky bastard.
It was all right. It was a
So because one of the Australian guys
One
cheeky
guy,
bastard generalising the full country.
What about the banter American dressing rooms?
It's alright, to be fair.
I can't.
No, I can't take
I know what you're
See that
talking
Saturday
about.
Night Live and all that, mate. I sit there and she loves it. I'm like, this is not funny.
No, it's no like that. Like the boys in the changing room and that. It's no. The most of the boys I'm with are like, they've been good. There's a lot of foreigners in there as well.
You can tell
so
he's
it's good.
desperate to get back to America, can't you?
I'm just choking to get out of here, man.
Did they say douchebags or
No.
That never get said?
No, away games and that, you get the usual, like, you suck and all that.
You suck?
You suck. Take it, compared to what I used to get over here. I'm like, I'll take that, no bother.
He's probably saying something like that here. I can tell that you suck. I can tell.
X-rated
Of course I
insult,
do.
innit?
Of course I suck. What you want to suck?
Oh my God.
Right, so you going back? Is that what's the plan? So you going back, yeah?
Aye, we'll head back. Just talking to a few teams now, try to figure out what's going to be best option for.
Mo's sitting on the beach sorting it, innit?
Aye.
Not giving a fuck.
Steaming, no
Stick
bother.
him anywhere.
No bother.
Somewhere warm now, though. innit? You've done your stint.
No, you see that?
He's desperate for... You're desperate
He
for...
gets a cold, doesn't he?
Baltic and eating in here. It's freezing.
Kansas, in the summer, Kansas is like roasting 30, 35 degrees. Aye, like
That's
boiling.
a bit hot then. That's a bit hot.
Is it not mad? Oh, is it mad earthquakes and that in America? Is that shit?
No, there. We're like right in the middle.
That's a bad
we
cheek.
get,
Is it? That's a Usain Bolt winner.
we get bad
Blizzards.
snow, like no blizzards, like tornadoes and that. Tornadoes.
That's what we
we
talking
get.
about, tornadoes.
Blizzards.
Just not really where we are, but just a wee bit further down phase. But no, I'll head back over there. Just figure out where it's going to be. We can actually apply for citizenship in like January, so going to do that. Even if we come back here, something for the kids as well.
Wow. That is
Green
the dream.
card?
I've had my green card, so you need to have that for 5 years.
You.
So I can apply and actually become a like American citizen, get a passport and that.
I could never get it, mate, the green card.
Yeah.
I was there. You need, I don't know what the
Were you not living there illegally for a bit?
Aye.
Look how nervous you look there.
I know, but I need to be careful. Just think,
Imagine a custom officer came bursting in now, man.
that's the
Guy
worry.
Vince Estes is watching this, man.
That's the thing. I'm
PC ability.
Yeah, that's scary, that.
PC bully.
You want them to get you, mate.
But the talk was then about marrying. I need to be. I do need to be. Nah, I need to be.
You had to marry somebody, you're fucked in it.
If you do that, then you're pretty much you can get one.
But do they know? See that when you get married, do they know to bring
Aye.
the 2 years in and go like you need to stay with them for a year, say? Or
You
2
have to,
years,
like-
and they question you in different rooms and go, "What's she wearing? What knickers or whatever?"
What knickers?
So if then they ask her what knickers were you wearing, and you say brown or whatever.
They were white this morning, but I think they might be brown now.
He's got Levein in
She's
his
been hanging out with Craig Levein.
Oh my God.
He's married to Levein.
Oh my God.
No, but my high guys is, so me and the wife would have to almost sit down and go through it all together. So we're ready to go when we
See
get
if you did marry a woman in America and she came out the shower and put a pair of brown knickers on, what would you say?
I'd love that. Right, can I put them? Mate?
Right, but
But that's so that was one option. The other option was go through to Mexico. So see, the time of the Esther was done,
Aye.
the day before it was done, you go through the border to Mexico, stay there, lie low for 2 weeks.
lie low.
Lie low for 2 weeks and then come back through. That was the talk.
And did you plan on doing that?
That was the plan because
Who were you talking about that with? Your dad?
No, it was the company I was working with.
They were going to smuggle you into Mexico?
I thought it was his name, Esther. Just take Esther back through to Mexico.
Esther Rancy.
So that was the two options, and then the missus one I just couldn't get.
That's like, the missus one like is hard because you need to prove you've been together for a certain amount of time, and then like there's so many people do it. Aye.
Were you ever close to getting a wife or not?
We had a meeting.
Who? You a wife? I mean, with who? A wife?
Aye.
What, a rearranged it? A pre-arranged it?
It was already arranged with the company.
Pre-arranged?
Aye,
Rearranged.
Was that another,
rearranged. You sit there.
with another coach? Who was the woman?
So it was I think
She was a lorry driver, wasn't she?
Who sorted
Brown
it?
boxers.
Bexy sorted it.
that was right before I came on Open Goal. I was my life was there, and then I came on here, done the show, and it just kind of escalated, and didn't really have the chance to go back here because I was loving it here that much. But the plan was to live there, and we were, so it was the two options. But
I always think if you started a podcast there and just kenned everyone over there, I think it would go mad.
Yeah.
So much things you could ken them for, isn't there?
Aye, but they just don't know what you're saying half the time, do they?
That's true.
they all think you're amazing, though, mate. Like the parents or maybe they hear your accent, they just think you're an amazing coach. But you've seen me. Fucking
no, you are an amazing coach, mate. That's one thing I will say. But see, that's what the best thing about America. Like, you suck. That's probably the worst thing that anybody ever say to you.
They don't say
see the things that people say to you are here compared to that, mate. It's like
I was getting death threats and all that on Twitter. That's why I got rid of my Twitter years ago.
Who?
It was Rachel's fans, so it was.
How did you say?
I never said anything. I was just getting the police got involved in that when I was at Dundee United.
No way.
I swear to God, aye. And then I was like, you know what? You can't even say anything back. I was like, just got so many times I said stuff back and like I'd get a fine or something. I was like, what have I even got this for? It's like, I'm just having to read this, and then I was like, got rid of it.
Fucking hell.
It was a boy for like Airdrie or something like that. Just, but it wasn't like one, it was like constant.
He was going to kill you?
Aye, and then he started like getting my, like saying stuff about my family, and I was like, right, come on. But it wasn't me, it brought up, like somebody for the club had seen it, and it got brought up, and the police and that got involved. But
wow. Great link, because the Rangers manager was out on Saturday. Watching me for next for that. Wait, in the Wonder Bar, Big Clement.
Was he?
Did you not see the video? No, big man stoating about the dance floor, mate.
No, he's not.
Yes, I swear.
Where's the video?
Follow on, mate, stoating about the dance floor.
No.
Where did I see that? It was on the video was on the telly, and it came in and just seen him bobbing his head in Wonder Bar. It's a strange one, isn't it?
Have you ever been out with a manager?
Carol Robinson took me, my man's sister.
Strippers.
They two on the poles.
You got your brown pants on? You got the strippers.
Have you ever been with a bird with brown pants?
I think they finished brown, mate. They didn't start brown.
Yeah. Will they come off it at any point?
No. Can't even get brown boxers on.
Where did Carol Robinson take you, your man, your sister? Was he flirting with her?
It was bizarre, mate. He was a manager of MK Dons. We had an away game, and my man's sister came down to the game. I don't know, I think it was Tranmere. We got the bus back from Tranmere, got to Milton Keynes. We got off the bus, and then I think he was like, so he just walked for MK Dons into the town centre and just was walking with us free to shows, and he was taking us to different pubs.
Was he?
He was a manager, aye.
That's a hero, mate. What a legend.
Quality, mate, aye. A lovely touch. But he never played. He didn't give me a minute that game. They came down.
That's what he said. He never played your man.
That was the reason he done it, aye. But it was lovely. We touched that.
That's great.
What about yours?
No.
Coffee must have went. Nigel caught you. Must have
No, like out, but I've had like drinks with Nigel.
Does he sit in Cane Boys?
No, he was alright. Talking about American sports, he was mad into it. Baseball.
Because he loves cricket, didn't he? So
Mad into, like, he would stay up to like all hours in the morning watching baseball. Seriously? Aye. When I first signed for Derby, we went to one of the international breaks. He took us to Marbella. Got there, zero training. we were out with, not out with him, but out with like the assistant manager and all the coaches. We were at Ocean Beach.
It's phenomenal.
your brown trunks on.
Can I
And
just...
then like out of nowhere, he had like 2 rules. It was like you had to be at breakfast and you had to be at dinner. You didn't have to eat, you just had to show up. They would see you and then you could go. We'd been out for like 3 or 4 days at this point and can football, cricket, man, set it up. Everyone's steaming, falling all over the place. Worst standard ever. And then they ran us. I was like, it was like one of the worst runs I've ever had to do in my life.
After a 3-day?
It's not acceptable.
After like a 3-day, I came out of nowhere.
Wow.
But no, I've never been like out with manager. Just had like a few pints or like go out for dinner. And went out for dinner with the manager in Kansas. Had like a few drinks and that, but nothing.
Awkward,
nothing,
nah. Alright.
No, alright. I usually get on alright with him.
You must have been at my manager.
No, mate, I was trying to think there. But you know what?
You and Steve Bruce?
Oh, aye, but tight, mate. We're tighter than cramp. No. Can I just say though, see when he was in that Derby team, that was like the envy of the full championship. Every single international. I'm sure you went to like Miami and that as well, did you not? Something?
So they went Miami the year before and we had it booked for the November international break and Clough got the sack. McLaren came in and cancelled it.
Oh, did he?
Aye.
Fuck
Started
off,
off, everyone hated him immediately.
Oh,
But no, that it worked that year. That's the year we went to the playoff final.
Did you
QPR
play
beat
it?
No, but
No, we never played.
I went and met McLaren. I was coming to Derby. They obviously wanted pace up front, me and Chris Martin. Honest to God.
Big Chris is a hero, mate. I love Chris.
that guy, man.
Isn't he?
Oh,
man.
Does not give a fuck, Chrissy, does he? Was he no banned for every pub in Derby at one stage?
Aye.
Wasn't he?
Aye, he was. That was. So we actually had this. So it went through a stage where we were just constantly out, and we had to sign contracts that we couldn't go out, or we get our like bonuses taken.
He's taking pictures of you.
I didn't even mean
Mad
it. I
creep.
tried to
What are you doing?
He's a creep, mate. Taking pictures of your arse.
I screenshotted
That's like his dad's Christmas. That's his dad's Christmas present.
Just right side.
Look what I've got. Pictures of John.
trying to record him.
It's on the camera.
What was Steve McLaren like when you met him?
Mate, he was top draw.
Aye.
Was he?
So
Aye.
was he chilled? He was so
Aye,
chilled.
very
When I
chilled.
met him.
I think he changed a lot though. Like apparently he used to be like mental, but
Mental? What? Steve McLaren was mental?
apparently, aye.
What, hasn't gone off his nut?
Aye.
All right.
But then like calmed down so much. Like I very rarely seen him lose his temper once or twice.
Mate, the video in Jamaica was bizarre. Did you see that man with the handshake he done recently?
Was it?
It was as if he wasn't there.
I've not seen that.
Seen it? No.
Who was the manager you would have went with a beer with if you had to choose one?
Warnock, mate.
Oh, of course.
I got to, mate, because you could just watch him and you get content for weeks, mate. Just what he says, what he does. I could just imagine him pissed up as well, mate.
What do you think he drinks, Neil Warnock?
Fuck, I don't know, mate. Fucking hot milk or something weird though. Honestly, I don't even know, man. Aye. No, I must admit, if there was one manager that I'd like to go with for a few pints was Warnock, just to see what it'd be like when he was steaming. I think it'd be fucking off the charts.
Warnock would
You
be.
must have been out with a manager.
I told you he came out and he was fighting, wasn't he? We got pre-season. He was first year he would never come out with us, but because we won the league, we signed like Gary. Do you know Gary Robertson? That Scouser
I don't know if I know.
played with Huddersfield. Tommy Miller's great guy. So they were a bit older. So they were in his ear a wee bit more. End of second pre-season, he's like, "Can we get a night out?" So he took us to his mate's house for a barbecue, mate. It's like an old barn. One of the nicest houses I've ever seen. Put on a barbecue. We all had to get up and sing. He got up and sang. And then he's like, "Fuck it, lads, come on, we'll all go out." But we all had gear on for going out, but he just had his Swindon training gear on. But he'd had a few beers at this time. He's like, "Fuck it, I'll come as well." So mate, we get in the nightclub, right, and then he comes in about 5 minutes later and the music goes off, lights come on, mate, and he walks down the stairs and everybody's gone mental. He's got shades on in a nightclub, mate, which is a pet peeve of mine. What you doing with fucking sunglasses on in a nightclub, mate? So we're just fucking about for about an hour, mate. Next thing, full thing kicks off, mate. We're like, 2 guys are scrapping, man. We're like, "No way, what's happening, mate?" Look, and it's DeCanio and some guy, mate.
Did he have all his guys with
Fuck
him?
out each other. I had guys on, but then we all ran in to help him, mate, and see after that, he was fucking buzzing off us, man. He's like, we'll be brothers for life.
Did you just run it to help him?
I never. I pretended I was behind him. Help him. But all the boys were in, and mate, he was buzzing, man. He's like, we're brothers for life. Like, no matter what happens now, we're together.
Brilliant.
Was this Swindon?
Swindon, mate.
Swindon?
No, this is in Italy.
Oh, in Italy.
He's rolling about, mate, like a fucking dog. He could fight like fuck, mate. He used to go in the gym and hit the bag, mate. I never seen.
I think you'd like to see. I think some managers you'd like to see getting a down. Do you know what I mean?
There was a wee bit of me thinking, I hope you get a batter.
Get a scalp in here.
See, you say about him getting into the gym and hitting the bag and how you'd end up scared of him and all that. Completely different end of the fucking spectre to Neil Warnock. You go into the gym in the morning about 7:45 or whatever, mate, to be on the treadmill or the, what's that called? Cross machine, mate. He used to have a wee red thing on, mate. Looked like somebody, see, like a 118 guy. I swear the boys used to call him the 118. He had sweatbands on, he had a headband on, like, he'd just be there for about...
No chance.
I swear on my life, mate, honestly. Swear to God.
Does he know he cycles everywhere, Neil Warnock, didn't he? There's like videos of him cycling a bit.
What, on the Boris bike?
Remember Danilo McGrain and Tom, and he used to straps in the morning. He just moved his heat up.
McLaren done the same once. He was on the big ball. You just see him, but it was like rapid, man. He's
Still on the neck, you're moving.
Strongest neck in football, man.
Oh, guys just love that, don't it? You for or against it, come out being it. I like it, mate.
I don't mind it.
I fucking enjoy yourself, innit?
Was
Pressure
it
to that job.
Out with the players or out with yourself?
Just him.
Just on his own. Just on his own.
Just
Even
him,
better.
innit?
You have a life as well, don't you?
But my Johnny Dyer loved it, didn't he? Was he know it all the
I
time?
think so. I with a thong on. Remember he used to wear a thong?
Did he? Brown.
Just walking about doing that.
Any Celtic man.
Off,
You
Ronnie.
just line up.
You ready?
Brilliant. Great link as well. We're on to Celtic 0-0 draw with Dundee United. Everyone watch it, yeah?
Oh, that was a tough watch.
Oh.
Wasn't it?
Oh.
Boring game, that, mate. Really boring.
What do you put that, didn't I?
I don't know. I think it's been cut. I think they've fell off it a wee bit Celtic the last month. Best at the start of the season were unreal, but recently just sort of came off it.
You talk performance-wise, so obviously they've still been winning games.
Performance-wise, it's not been as that intensity's went, and they're not playing as forward as much. But then you look at it. I think it's a must to sign a striker in January.
What I'd say about the striker is how much service yesterday does the striker actually get?
But my thing would be though, if
He can occupy centre halves and that.
my thing would be getting into January.
We brought two strikers on, right? We had two up front in the second half, mate. Didn't put a cross in the ball.
Well, I agree with that. That would be one thing I would maybe look at if I was Rodgers in games where teams are sitting up. I would put the two of them on. I think the two would work really well together. In
Do you
games
think it worked well yesterday?
No.
That goes back to your point though with the service though.
The wingers for me, mate. The wingers can't. See, Kuhn's not playing, mate. Winger doesn't go by the fullback.
There's talk of Jota come back. There is.
Is there?
Aye. Shoes, rumours, him, Tierney, and if Jota came back, then could you maybe go with Maida up front? I think if you're a Celtic striker, you can't be coming into January. You can't be coming to January and you've only scored 6 goals in the league for Kyogo. Regardless, I mean, I agree that at times that they've got to look at playing him in or whatever, but he's still got to do more for me. I mean, yes.
But see, the thing is, so
she shot yesterday.
I know that's a bad one, but see, the thing is, yesterday, mate, Dundee United are playing so low, mate. Like,
There's no pace for
there's
Kyogo.
no place for him to go and run. That's where you need your wingers to get on the ball, beat a fullback and put a cross.
Put a cross.
They've never done it.
That's been under Ansbury. He was clinical Kyogo when that ball was coming across all the time.
Balls never get
front
flashed
post
across
run.
the front.
Aye.
Are you the same with the wingers?
Aye, yesterday there was just, like you said, there was nothing, was there? It was, when Kuhn's out, James is out, it doesn't really look like...
Can he
They've
play
got
that
that
wee
about
guy? Can you Yang, right wing? Can he play? See the one in the first half when he gets put in the right hand side and Kyogo's cut back? The cutbacks, it is on and it's kind of no on, if you know what I mean. Mate, and he's just played it into that corridor. There's nobody within like 8 yards or whatever, but he's looking at it. He must see that there's nobody there. And he still plays that pass. Where's Forrest?
Injured
He's
in
injured
the
final.
cup final, aye.
Hides it for 6 weeks.
I've said it for time, and I said it in the Euros with Scotland as well. I can't wrap my head round how he did not play 1 minute at the Euros for us. And you're screaming out for
Baffling,
somebody to go and take somebody on.
Just take somebody on, I know.
Palmer.
Screaming for it.
You'd be better with Steve McLaren and Danny McGrain doing the sit-up suit in that left wing, mate. You get more movement out of it.
That's the thing, that's why I think they will strengthen in January. I think when there's a few injuries, they've not got the same quality come in.
So see if a striker, this striker thing, so I did see quite a lot of that yesterday. So what, Kyogo, he did just sit on the bench now, if a new striker comes in?
I mean, he does been sitting on the bench, hasn't he? I think what you were saying, when teams like Dundee United played yesterday, when you're sitting that deep, I think he does got to play. Like you said as well, like occupying centre-backs, he takes it in, holds the ball up well, and bring other people into play. If you've not got that space in behind for Kyogo to go, then it's not the same.
Well, could there be a case of bringing another bigger striker in? Because I feel like when Ida comes on, Kyogo ends up just going play midfield. You may as well just play fucking midfield.
He drops into it like a
He drops in really deep. Like he's running back and stopping chances in the 6-yard box yesterday. When you bring two strikers on your pitch, you know what them coming doing it.
But the two of them did link up brilliant for that chance. That's where I think the two of them could work more. I don't think you need, with the three in there when a team's sitting so deep, I'd put the two of them on. But I do think they'll be bringing a striker in.
Are you surprised they took McCowan off? You think the first half, would you have 3 shots on goal?
I like McCowan.
I really like him. I really do. I think he's a brilliant player, but he's obviously just changing it, try to get something going, try to make something happen.
Centre backs, Welsh and Scales, how do you think? I thought they'd done quite well actually.
All right, I think you know what you're going to get, don't you? Especially with Scales. He's never let anyone. I think he's been harshly dealt with, to be honest with Trusty. I don't think there's a great deal between them. And I think Scales, before Trusty came into the team, I thought Scales was probably the best centre half at the start. Obviously, your mate CCV is a lot better than Scales, but I think Scales at that point in time was consistently playing very well. Then all of a sudden he's at the team and Trusty's coming in. I know they paid £6 million for him and you got to find a space, but I think he's been quite harshly dealt with. Welsh, what is he, 4th or 5th choice centre half, probably good just to keep around the place and that. So I don't really see a problem with that. I thought the two of them done all right without being overly tested, to be honest.
I thought the Bayern playing was a strange one as well, because I thought he came on last week, done really well. I think he does better against teams that are sitting in.
I don't know if he's fancying him. Rodgers. I think he's been good every time I've seen him.
I think he's a wee bit more creative than Taylor now. Like I say, when teams are sitting in, I think he can go by a player, he can slip me passes through now. I
think every time he's played or he's came on, he's made a huge difference. Even the Champions League game against Bruges, Celtic won the great that night, he came on and was brilliant. But I just don't think he's had a run of games. I think in January it could be busy for Celtic. I think a left back, we're talking about Tierney coming back, a left back, I think a winger and I think a centre forward. I think that's what they'll go for.
What happens when Tierney comes into the team then? Because everyone's obsessed with this. Greg Taylor's going inside, nobody creates the box.
Well, that's why Arsenal don't.
Tierney's not
like Tierney.
That's why they went and got Zinchenko in it, because he obviously wanted somebody to play that way, like go into centre mid and that. I don't think.
See now, Roscoe, I don't think it's on for the full-backs to go and play in the middle of the pitch, because see now what teams are doing against Celtic, they're just coming so narrow, mate, and they're giving them the wide areas. You're better just leaving your full-back in the wide area and having a 2v1 with your full-back. Because how times the ball comes in, all the day somebody's ticked them to pass it back to the centre-back. Whereas that would suit Tierney more to go and play he's better as a normal full-back, isn't he, Tierney?
Yeah.
100%. I think that's where they'll be looking. What do you think position for Celtic, if they're going to strengthen in January? Where do you think what they need?
Well, I've got thoughts on Big Ida, to be honest, mate. I thought Celtic were probably backed into a corner in the summer to sign him. There's a reason why you're leaving Norwich City in the Championship. You couldn't get a game. What they pay for him?
9
in total, so it's probably an outlay of probably 4.5 or 5 million quid up front. I think he's got probably the goal in the cup final at the end of the season meant that Celtic had to go and pay that money. If they didn't, the fans probably would have kicked up a stink. I'm the same as you, mate. I think they need a striker. I got laughed at years ago. What Johnny was talking about there, and a bigger striker to occupy them. I remember saying I think Rangers were struggling at the time, and I said if I was Rangers, I'd go and get Big Matty Smith for the last 15 minutes. See like Tavernier's crosses into the box, and at the time Barisic and that. Somebody like that who you put into the box and it's no a token gesture. Jump for the air, it's a no, I'm going for this and I'm going to score here. I would love Celtic to have a striker like that. Not obviously Matty Smith, he's obviously finished now, but somebody who can really attack the ball in the box.
But that's what I was saying, they didn't put crosses in the box. What's the point in a big striker in there?
But do you think that's forced upon them because Kyogo's there? What's the point? Yeah. If it's not that one, like you said, that front post run, there's no point crossing it, is there?
Good debate, that, innit?
As it's interesting to see, as you said, that striker debate was there. I know what you're saying, in the last month or so watching Celtic, they haven't. I just feel it's been too much keeping the ball at the back, or the centre halves have got it a lot. But I think if you're a centre forward for Celtic and you've got 6 goals in the league at this point, ain't acceptable.
But then the thing is as well, mate, a guy that's 6'2" centre forward that scores goals is certainly going to be able to afford a player like that.
No, but like you look at like guys like Edward and Dembele, when they were at Celtic, the amount of goals they scored, I think they've got I do think they've got to get one in. I do. But 2 strikers here, so I know you play wide, but you keep up front as well. Very interesting to see that.
You like Kyogo?
I'm not 6 foot, no.
I know, what is that? Kyogo scored 6 goals in the league?
In the league, aye.
That's incredible, isn't it? For how many scored under Ange?
When did Callum McGregor got? He must be 6 or 7 as well. It's
Aye.
Craig Levein, ex-Dundee United manager on the show recently, as we've spoken about. One of your favourite managers?
Aye, I loved him. Not really until you appreciate it after he's gone. One of the ones he was so like hard on me. I was like, this guy hates me.
In what way, Johnny? Like, what would he do?
Just like that team that I came through with was full of
Rockets.
Aye. It was me, Danny Swanson, Goody, like it was all those guys. So he felt like he had to keep like a short leash on us. And he was just anything, just constantly on top of you to stop it. In terms of training, like out of training, everything, he was just all over me. It's like, this guy hates me, man. But everyone else was like, no, like he loves you. Obviously, tough love.
And what would that be like, pulling you in office or just shouting you in the training room in front of you?
Both. But when the
It's scary, huh?
Aye, he pulled me into the office one time. I done something stupid at training, and he let me stew for. Honestly, he's like straight into the manager's office, and I must have sat there for about an hour.
And he's not. That's
He's
the
not
worst,
come into
isn't
the
it?
office, so I'm just sitting in his office, just looking about. Came in, and then he just stares at you, like, and you're like, should I keep eye contact? And then nervous, I was like 16, 17, I'm like looking about. He's still just no blinking, man, just staring at me. And then he's like, you got a problem? Like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And it just started caning me, man.
Did he?
Caning me, aye. But just constant. He slaughtered me one time in training. I went to hit a volley in training and Morgaro Gomez like blocked it. And remember the old Puma boots? It was like the paper thin things. Like,
that's right.
them. So I was wearing them. He had metals on, went to hit a volley, and the pain in my foot after he hit me, I was like in agony. So I was like, still down. He's screaming to get back up, like screaming at me. So I was like, I need to get back up here. Somebody plays a pass to me. I go to bump it off, mate, just collapse. And he's like caning me again. I was like, looking my boot, the boot's like split at the front. And my sock ripped open, just opened my sock, and I was just like hole in my foot. Like his stud had went like through my
Through your foot?
Aye. And I like limped off to the side. And he's like, what you doing? I showed him and he was like, aye, alright, go. Sent me away. And then 2 minutes later, Conway came in, broke his foot. So me and Conway had to go up to the hospital with 2. He's just sitting there with
the foot broke.
a foot up, aye.
What's the maddest you've ever seen him go?
He went mental at Big Lee Wilkie. Because I can't remember who it was.
He's on fight with it.
Aye, it was.
It's just some.
It was
people
either
you
the
won't shout
time
at.
he absolutely annihilated the boy and the Shala in training, or it was well before a game we were training at Tannadice, and Big Lee Wilkie and that Kovacevic got in it. Big right back, two monsters.
Fighting?
Aye, scrapping. I think Big Lee Wilkie like cracked his jaw and he was out because of it.
I remember it.
And he went mental at that. Like, he's a scary guy. Like, scary guy.
Well, wait till you see him on Boxing Day on the Wings Challenge, mate.
Ross, go wait to see this one. That's
Like, I've seen him now,
Is he
I've
on
seen him loads of times since.
Yeah,
He's so
nice.
chilled out, and then I've seen
Is
him
he winking
obviously
at?
on here, and he's so laid back.
But he
It's
wasn't like that then. He did say that, though. He did say he was
I was like,
like...
that's not the same guy. It's not.
Did he
And I've
but
seen
the thing is-
Swanee talk about him as well, like, terrified. Like, you were?
Did you hear Conway Denny's impression?
Conway was amazing at that. Conway
Did
used
he do it all
to,
the time?
he never said it. Conway used to phone like the foreign boys and that, and I'm surprised he never brought it up.
hate people, but I've been done so many times. Fucking Snodgrass.
He used to phone them up and like he'd make like for him like Andis and stuff like that. He'd make them like do stuff in their days off and that. He'd phone them up like as soon as you heard the voice, you're like that's Levein. He was amazing at it.
Oh, he's
amazing at it.
That's the best, isn't it? Phoning up the boys and telling them to do stuff for the manager.
He used to phone all the like young boys or foreign boys. He would get with all the time.
What a hero, man. I love Levein. I can't believe how much I love him, mate.
I think he's genuinely, I think this one coming out, and even the last one, but this one coming out, I think he could be one of the best that's ever been on. He could be a permanent transfer, I'm just thinking.
Who,
Tell him to
McCormack?
go, do you? I will need to talk after the show to see
I
what
need to
deal we
bring
can
my
get.
agent in, mate. I've not called Mick contract for nothing. Alright.
Swanson and Conway, good boys, aren't they? They were brilliant on here as well.
Brilliant.
Good dressing.
Aye, brilliant. That was a really good dressing. I was still young coming through when all those boys were there, so they used to just get me to do like mad shit. But it was brilliant. We had a good team then, good bunch.
How was Gardine nuts?
Aye, you know, Mitch, man.
What was he just shining everywhere?
Aye, can
Strange
cold
obsession.
like ice baths, everything like that. He done it to, I think it was Barry Douglas. He done it to. He was in an ice bath, but we used the bins,
Right.
like big black bins. Just jumps onto the side of it, shites on it.
And then Barry Douglas got in it while he was in it.
Yeah, but while he was in it, while he was in it.
You can't get out there, mate, innit? It's so hard to get.
Take the ladders away.
Especially when it's ice bath as well, you're already just stuck to it, man. He's a horrible guy, man. I used to get Snapchats all the time.
Same.
Man. All the time.
Out the Windies motoring that.
Guy's mental.
Did you play him to Scotland?
Aye, mate. Different class. By the way,
Brilliant
first thing
guy,
I will
man.
say, see, he's got that Cruyff turn, like
Aye.
something I've never seen.
Aye.
Both feet, mate. I used to go for it constantly. You'd be thinking, oh, where's he going here?
Aye.
Cruyff left. And you think, oh, you got to cross it this time. Cruyff right.
I love the Cruyff, didn't he?
Unbelievable.
And he was the
mate.
dirtiest attacking player of all time. It's he smashed you.
Yeah.
The scissors.
Oh, aye, he loved to leave a tackle on you. Aye,
Oh, mate, he's a
loved it.
dirty wee bastard on the pitch. He could do you, couldn't he?
Aye, he loved it.
My
Yeah,
favourite
so-
one was your one where he done to Lenny. Was it with a mask on?
He bought he got his rank and told him he stopped treating the place like a circus that day. He went and bought a Neil Lennon mask. He was walking about Celtic Park with his lunch with Neil Lennon. But Lenny loved it, mate.
Ah,
Lenny
brilliant.
absolutely loved it. Right, on to Rangers. Beat Dundee by 1 goal on Sunday, but battered them, didn't they? Hit the bar 4 times.
4 times, aye.
There is a difference. They're creating so many more chances than at the start of the season, Rangers, eh? What are you putting that down to, Roscoe?
Probably personnel, mate, to be honest. I think Hadji coming into the team, Agaman, he's a bit more of a free spirit. Like, he'll try things, won't he? Whereas I think before it's probably a little bit more rigid. Probably only Cherny that would maybe create. Bajrami would do something every so often. But I think now they've probably got personnel in there who I think as well a big thing for me is when you've got Raskin and Diamandi in there. I think Diamandi can play. I think, see, when you've got Raskin and Barron, two of them are similar, and Barron's just like a runner, isn't he? No disrespect to him, but I think when you've got a ball playing centre midfielder in there as well, it helps the team be a bit more expansive. But they look so much better at the minute for sure. Tavernier coming back into a bit of form as well, nearly scored an unbelievable free kick at the weekend. So it looks a lot rosier for them.
What did you make the cup? Were you back for the cup final?
Aye.
Pick what? Why is it what his exact guy? I'll end up messaging you on Twitter again. But what have you made the Rangers this season, the start of the season then now?
Aye, they look miles better now, don't they? I think they were miles off it to begin with. And then probably the last month or two they've started turning. Their European results have been the standout ones, but then sort of league form's picked up as well, getting goals. So it looks a lot more interesting now. I think they've gave themselves too much to do. I think Celtic, like you said, have had a wee bit of a bad patch, but I still think they're too strong, and if they're going to strengthen in January, I think the gap's too big to close at this point. But
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Is there any sort of worry that they could come back?
I did say I seen the Cupman League's done, so I can't really backtrack 3 days later. But you do need to be careful. What happened last season at this time where Celtic started dropping points. The game at Ibrox is obviously going to be so important. I do think though it's just too much. I don't know. I think Celtic will still win the league, but obviously if Rangers beat Celtic at Ibrox, is it next week? January 2nd, is it?
second, aye.
Well, league's back on.
What, as simple as that? If Rangers beat them, the league's back on.
What's that to put it, didn't they?
It's 9 just now, isn't it?
6 points.
Didn't it 6?
It's not that. Do you know what? Actually, I looked at it yesterday after the game. I don't know why, but I was expecting to see the gap bigger than 9.
Bigger.
But they need to win. They need to win this game, Rangers. I mean, the record v Celtic has been horrific, especially under Clement, and it has been so dominant for Celtic. So, as I say a lot, that is a must-win for them.
But they will take belief for the game last week now. The final.
I would
course
say
they
so.
should,
I would say so.
I said something about that as well. I think it might be a little bit of a problem for Rangers that game last week, and the fact that that's the worst that I've seen Celtic in
And they still didn't
quite
win.
a
know,
while.
but
Mate, but it's not even that they didn't win. They've conceded 3 goals. I think that dents the team's confidence when they play all the other teams, they take care of themselves, but when they come to Celtic again,
what
I
would
think
you
we
on
couldn't beat them at their worst.
But Celtic have still got quality players,
Yeah.
so I think they can still at any time score free. Do you know what
I mean, Celtic turned it on for what, 10, 15 minutes in that second half, and look
Aye.
what they've done. Aye.
But Celtic have also not been at their best for the last 4 weeks, and they're still beating teams 3-0, 4-0.
They're still
do you
picking
know
up
what I mean?
points.
So
Aye.
they're still taking up points. So the fact that they've went and drew with them, I don't know. Do you think they'd take disbelief in that result?
It could be.
Depends what way you look at it. You've got
Well, if you were a player, what would you think? If I'm playing for Rangers, I'm thinking we can give you the
what's
right
the
good.
best?
I'd be thinking that as well. Same as Russell would be like, they weren't great there and they've still beat us.
yeah.
But then I would be thinking that looking at that the previous games for Celtic where they've been battered, that's one of the first games where they actually argued they were better.
And you still lose though.
Great point at
that's
the end there.
That's for me.
But
That was.
that's-
No, but you know
what
what I'm saying? You lose on penalties, which could happen to anybody. It's not like you've been beat. You drew the game. Do you know what I mean? You've not been
Aye.
beat. You've lost on penalties.
Aye. No, I know what you're saying.
What do you think with the league?
Nah, in the league, I can't see Celtic dropping that many.
No,
points.
I can't see that.
You Green Brigade Jacob on the day, wee man.
It's a tribute to Lisbon Lions, isn't it? Just over Christmas time. Hope you all had a great Christmas. Amazing what you've done for the club. Big talking point in the game is Dessler getting booed coming on. What do you make of that?
Don't like it.
Why do you think it is just purely not taking the penalty?
Penalty must be the penalty. Got to be, but I don't like it.
But you don't know what's happened that way. See, when you play a semi-final or a final or a championship playoff game or anything like that, you always do penalties on a Thursday or Friday. Who's to say that he's not took 3 penalties and missed 3? And the manager thought, no chance you're taking one. So maybe that's a reason why he didn't take it, because I don't believe for a second that a striker just refuses to put his hand up and take a
And
penalty.
Dessers is the type that he misses a lot of chances, but he doesn't sort of shy away, does
No,
he?
he seems quite confident, doesn't
Be
he?
bothered confidence-wise.
But again, like, what does missing training penalties and training on a Thursday? Because it's nothing like what that game at Sunday is going to be with all that crowd there. If you're asking me, like, Redvan could have scored fucking 30 penalties on training on a Thursday with nobody there. But if you're putting these two guys in a situation on Sunday, you're watching your centre forward that scored 20 odd goals last year, nah?
No, I totally agree with you. I just think there's got to be other factors to it. Then you're saying, all right, well, what the fuck? What's the point taking the penalties in on a Thursday or Friday, because it's nothing like the game, so you're just wasting 10 minutes of your time.
I think it is a waste of time. Do you know?
So the only thing is just getting,
You've kicked the ball.
Like,
about
what
enough.
does that actually mean? Taking penalties and training on a Thursday? It's nothing like what is going to be on the Sunday, is it?
You took penalties, the both of you. Did you feel held when you were taking the training?
Just more fault. You can't replicate the feel of doing it in a game.
Aye.
But I mean, you can't do that with any part of training, really, when you think about it.
That's true, huh?
We should
So
fans.
I used to, like, I enjoy hitting them in training. But I usually go the same way.
So
anyway,
see
I'm
on
just
that, so
constant.
see if
It's
you
just
took,
repetition.
there's a question for you. You took the penalties. See if you done training on a Thursday, right, and you practice penalties, you miss 4. You come Saturday and they ask for 5 penalty takes because you're not putting your hand out.
100% I'm taking it.
There you go. Do you know what I mean?
Help put me, man, aye.
You're taking it, aren't you?
Aye.
Aye, so...
I mean, I can't say much though. I've missed like 2 of my last 3. Aye, when we were at Kansas, we missed like 6 or 7 penalties in a row.
But your mate in America, Messi, he misses fucking penalties all the time.
I know.
And him and Ronaldo's missed loads. Is there anybody can miss a penalty?
Nah,
And what are you putting that? Have you got an idea of why you missed the penalty?
shite penalties.
I just know what...
I pretty much go the same way every time as well. So if you're a goalkeeper and you've watched any video, there's a 90% chance I'm whipping it.
Going there,
Brad Guzan, he's unbelievable.
Big
Remember
Brad, is it Villa, huh?
He knocked Messi. He was in the goalkeeper, knocked Messi, and he was fighting with Suarez and all that.
Did he?
Terrorised him.
He
But
called
he's a
Suarez
big boy, isn't he?
something, didn't he?
He looks like Butterbean, doesn't he? He looks like
Suarez
Butterbean the
something.
boxer, didn't he?
Aye.
Have you ever played with anybody that's been booed on the pitch? I'm sure I got booed on a couple of times at Dundee, mate.
I get paid warming up them good ons.
I got
Warming
it
up.
constantly at Aston Villa, mate. Constantly.
What, coming on the pitch booed?
Aye, mate, coming out of the tunnel and that, you're fucking shite, you fat mess, and people waiting on me outside at Aston Villa's stadium and that, just to have a right pop at us. I didn't think I was that bad, to be fair. Numbers and that will probably say I was, but I didn't think I was that bad.
See, when you're getting booed coming on the pitch, does it affect you, obviously, in terms of like how
When it's your own
safe you
fans,
play?
mate. See, when it's your own fans, it's different. Away fans and that, you can take
you know
whatever
you're going to take that.
You know what I mean? You're prepared for it. You've heard it all before, but it's a bit different if it's
Comes for your own.
if it's your own fans. Aye.
What about teammates? Have you had teammates that have had it?
I actually one of the boys I played with in Kansas, we were walking around after the game and he was getting a bit of stick, man, and then it got a wee bit too far. And I've went into the boys that were doing it. And then that like blew up as well. It was like I was trying to fight with the fans. Like we weren't doing well at the time. But and like fans, you're not doing well, they're going to give you stick, that's fair. But it was just some of the things that were getting said and I was just like, don't like that. I'm not having that. And he didn't, I don't know if he didn't see it or if he didn't hear it, but I was like, nah, I'm not having that.
Eric Dyer's brother, remember him?
That was pathetic with Dyer. Get down the tunnel. The Brockens not for his cell. He walked up the stone, didn't he?
Aye, what he ran up to the stand.
To be fair, if you seen your family fighting, you're hugging up, ain't you?
Yeah.
Mate, I have seen when I was at Dundee, I actually felt when the ball was rolling to me, the full stadium, I could feel their tension, mate.
And then
Do you ever get that?
as well?
Uh-huh.
How can you perform in that?
You could just hear, thinking, oh no.
How could you possibly perform in that? That's where Dessers is, you give him credit for. Because there has been a few rumblings of the crowd before him and he seems to go on with it fine. He's probably one that does, but I don't like it. You shouldn't boo your own players.
He scudded the bar as well. He was another one scudded the bar, didn't he?
I'm happy to say something right now. You give me the choice of Dessers or Danilo, I take Dessers.
No, Ross.
I'm not having Danilo. I'm not having him. I'm not having him, mate.
Well, do you not think the improvement of the results has got nothing to do with Dessers not starting?
No.
Seriously?
Yep. Yeah.
Because I remember the last time you were on here, you stuck up for him saying you felt sorry for him. You didn't think he's part of the problem, but I did think it was.
I don't think he's amazing. I don't think he's by any stretch of the imagination amazing. But if you offered me Dessers or Danilo, I'd take Dessers all day long over Danilo.
What do you like about Dessers, Roscoe? What do you think
I think he's strong, tenacious. Yeah, he'll miss the odd chance, but
doesn't move for me, mate. Just a real lack of movement for him.
No,
he just stands up against
people. Do you
people.
mean if the ball's wide and that?
If they're building up, he just stands. He doesn't look to make runs down the side of people. He doesn't look to drop in. He just stands.
Mate,
anytime I've watched him, he just stands up against people.
Danilo just looks injured to me all the time.
He does hobble.
Every time he plays, he looks injured. But no, I would have to. I've not actually read up on this, but see the team that he was at before Rangers when he'd scored a few goals and he got bought for a few quid. I bet you did he play for them? Did he play every week for them?
I would imagine so. I would imagine.
Who's this? Danilo or Dessers?
Danilo.
Oh, Danilo. Sorry,
Danilo.
I'm thinking you're talking Dessers.
He's Feyenoord, wasn't it, Danilo?
He's through a fucking grenade in there, isn't he? You're all fucking lost at the moment.
I've not read up on it, but I'm going to ask you who've also not read up on it and see what I get out of it. Where do you stand on it, Danilo or Dessers?
I've not watched enough to say on the two of them. What I will say about Dessers is he does get some amount of stick, and like Slaney said, it doesn't look like it affects him. He's constantly gets in there, and it's like this old saying, innit? Like, got to get in there to miss the chances. He will miss chances, but he's constantly getting them.
I don't think he's good enough for Rangers. Dessers.
See, the last time I was on this podcast, I'm sure we were talking about Rangers against Spurs, and I said that I would start Dessers because what I felt he could do to the two centre-halves from Spurs, mate. He was on the pitch for 5 minutes and he done exactly what I said.
And then
Fraser Foster saves it. Yeah, he saves it, but I think...
No, he did do well for that chance, I must admit. I just don't...
But that's him coming on the game, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, the Rangers, the reason that Rangers do well against Spurs is that they've got a lot more movement and legs, and that's why they get to that stage of when Dessers comes on, Spurs are maybe a wee bit tired. I think that's perfect for him to then come on.
Danilo wasn't...
No, I'm not saying Danilo, but I'm just saying...
I even think Eggman's better.
So do Eggman
I take Eggman over Dessers for sure.
Aye.
But not Danilo.
I think Danilo's actually, as a sort of lone striker, no, but I think in that maybe drop him off into the 10 or into people. I think he's better there. But as a striker, Eggman for me ahead of Dessers. I think he gives you a lot more.
Yeah. Johnny, you ever had the penalty shoot? A big penalty shoot?
Just we've been in a couple in the playoffs and that over there. And then like Scottish Cup games and that when I played here, but nothing
Do you feel less pressure over there as well because like nobody for here sees it? Like, I always felt pressure of playing because
Or your mates
your,
know.
your mates
and
knew
that.
what you were doing or your mates were watching you.
No, I don't know. I don't get
Still
that.
feel the same?
I still feel the same. I was involved in remember the Celtic and Dundee United one that went round again.
It was Zulski and Boric.
Aye, Boric, best penalty I've ever seen.
Aye,
Side-footed it in the roof of the net, and Willow Flood missed, and then signed for Celtic about 3 days
So he
later.
did. Wee Willow's legs are far too skinny to hit a penalty, mate.
I know.
Can't be doing that. You can't miss
It's
a
the
pen
fact-
inside 3 days
See
later.
the thing as well, man, penalty shootouts, so they are nerve-wracking. The fact it comes back around to you, like, you're like,
It's horrific.
you know it's coming, you're like, oh no, I'm going to have to hit it again.
I'm not hitting one, mate, if it's me, to be honest. No hitting one face.
Mark Wilson's story last week was amazing, wasn't it? Because the other team got sent off, one player had to miss it, and Stratton came up to him, you're not.
Oh, you're
And he,
buzzing.
and he, but he let the goalie hit one. So he wanted the goalie to hit a penalty before
People
Willow.
always go on about, goalies hitting penalties. Goalies are brilliant at, like, they just sit and mess about, practicing them all the time.
They can always leather a ball,
Every
goalies, can't they?
goalie I've played with has been unbelievable at
Aye.
hitting penalties.
Boric was a joke with his feet, mate.
Aye.
He easily could have played
Centre forward.
centre mid, I'd say. Aye, centre forward.
Holding it up.
Joe Hart not missed one last year, Neff.
His technique was vile when he hit
Aye.
it.
But he's not.
If you could pay to see one goalie hit a penalty, mine's is 100% Brad Douglas, man. He would just take it as a goal kick, couldn't he? Take a run at a big running man.
Speaking of Cruyff, Big Rab Douglas Cruyffed me in a Dundee derby. Aye.
When he footage it.
When he get footage of that.
He's like the ball's like, I've pressed him, man. He's rolled out his feet, and I'm like, because when I was young, I've rapid. I was like, I've got him here. I thought he's just going to bang it, so I went to block it, and he just went, nope. Shut up, man. I've just ran straight past him.
But you must be the only person in the world Brad Douglas has ever done that to.
He done me, man.
Big Foster's
I
been
ran straight
cracking
out
with
the
his feet
stadium.
recently for Spurs, isn't he?
I've got to see him for a penalty. That the
So
other
it was like
night.
that goal, I was like, I've got him. And he Cruyffed it.
Mate, Fraser Foster should just wear a pair of Timberlands and goal, mate.
Mate, see that the other night, my heart was pounding for him in that Man U game. See the second one goes in, and they're still playing with him. Oh,
But this is where my frustration is with, especially midfield players, right? See, when that ball goes to Archie Gray and you're James Maddison, you're like, pass the ball to me. Even if I've got a man up my arse, pass the ball to me and I'll deal it.
Aye.
Stop passing it back to him.
aye.
I know, but can you know Big Foster? Can you know let Ben do it a wee bit? Like,
Oh, mate, he's so stiff, isn't he?
So straight, like.
His full body's had a Viagra, mate. He's so fucking stiff, mate. He should take over for Pele as promoting Viagra, mate. The stiffest guy I've ever seen.
what
Then
a guy.
Redknapp and Carragher in the studio after it were doing my tits in. Does nobody mention the fact that what you're doing's got you to being 3-0 up? Does that never get mentioned now?
That's a bit annoys me, mate. I remember Jill Scott said 2 weeks ago saying, like, this is where Ange's got to learn. Has to change, but you're like, you're not looking at what's causing the goals, you're just
Exactly.
saying the style, but the style's got them. Listen, I must say, at the moment, Big Ange, yesterday, man.
How much longer
And about
does he
his
get? though?
team, mate. Archie Gray and the big dragon at the back. Well,
I
big Viagra and goals.
I know what you mean,
I'd
but
rather have Dessers at centre half than a Dragon, mate. I'm telling you, mate.
Than the-
Honest to God.
than the dragon.
Oh my God, mate.
but Bournemouth, mate, they've not spent a lot of money and they're fucking magnificent.
Yeah.
They've always been like that,
so
though.
good.
Even the Championship, they were like
God,
that.
they were frightening.
They were so good.
There's again another argument that we have on here, right, where certain people go, I know, but they only play that way because they've got the best players. They only say, so if Bournemouth can do it against Man City, who have got a much bigger budget, Liverpool much bigger budget than, say, a fucking Hibs and Celtic, how can our teams in Scotland
Bournemouth,
do it?
like, down there, Bournemouth, Brighton, done it for years.
Fulham
man.
now, mate.
Aye,
Fulham are brilliant at
Aye,
it.
they're-
But you look at, you talk about budgets as well. See, in Bournemouth are doing it in the Championship, they probably had a smaller budget
Aye.
than most even in that
Aye.
league. And you look at the players who I used to be directly against, and all of a sudden they just started playing out. They were like fucking. They were like Real Madrid, mate. Tommy Elphick, Steve Cook. You're
Aye.
thinking they can't play that way. Aye, they can.
And they're two,
Aye,
the
they
new,
I agree. So that comes down to management and coaching.
Coaching, for
Coaching,
sure, mate.
right?
and they're two
Yeah.
centre halves, and I think it's one's 19, one's 21. Young, but see, they say they can't play, of course they can.
And by the way, Ryan Christie.
Amazing, innit?
I'm all for. I like Gilmore, and I like. But see, for me, if you want to play Scotland possession, I'd put Ryan Christie right in
Aye,
that
he's
middle
been
of the pitch,
brilliant
mate.
down there.
Legs, innit?
Brilliant.
Player, but aye.
Legs as well, mate. He's got everything to play centre midfield. Ryan Christie.
Aye.
Loving him in there. Right, Hearts and Hibs win ahead of the derby. Whose wins? Probably Hibs win away at Aberdeen. Win impressive. Great result. Great performance put together this week. Hibs.
Aye, they look like they've turned the corner, started picking up results. Like you saying that Aberdeen were flying, and they've sort of hit a wee bit of a tough patch now. And and Hibs going up there and winning. So it's a great result for Hibs, and I think they're probably feeling good. Probably favourites going into that one as well.
You know what? I'm buzzing for David Gray because lesser guys would have crumbled, man. He's been under a lot of pressure. And I actually think he spoke really well through the whole time. He's always truthful after a game, I feel. And delighted things are turning for him. Johan and Boyle as well, they're massive players. If you get Johan and Boyle playing, you've always got a chance, didn't you?
Yeah, do you think David Gray's been afforded more time than any other manager at Hibs would have got because of what he's done in the past there?
Probably, you're probably right. Recent.
You know what I mean? The fans can sort of not forgive the results, but you know, just because it's David Gray. If it was another manager, I think if it was another manager, the axe would have fallen a bit quicker, to be honest. But
I like his players. I love the twins. I keep saying this. I'm obsessed with the twins.
Mate, the second goal is brilliant, man. We bit interchange with a Newell and somebody into Boyle, takes it by Malloy, we clip up opposite winger as well, we say it, and at the back post. What a finish for Cadden.
Neat to finish.
Great technique.
Quality. Mate, the players I really like. I think defensive.
Attacking players, innit?
Attacking players. I think defensively probably that's been the case for a while. But with Boyle and Ewan up there as well, they can cause. But I'll tell you now, I fancy them very strongly against Hearts.
Do you?
I fancy Hibs to win. I know it's at Tynecastle. I fancy Hibs to win that game. I think they've got too much going forward.
Well, I seen again on Twitter people saying great. Bashiri was brilliant at the back.
Was he? Aye.
Pence. But they went to a back three as well.
Maybe that helps. There you go.
Back three.
So there you go.
I must say, I just think I was so impressed with Aberdeen with the football going forward. I really was, Hibs. I know. I think the week before they won Ross County won the great, but I look at their players going forward. They can. I fancy them strong for Hearts. I don't know, the result with Hearts midweek not acceptable. You
do feel like a back three is best solution for Hibs because any two combination that I've played there hasn't really worked in it, so it makes sense to go to the three at the back. Then you've got your Caddens as the two wing backs. And what you've said as well with Celtic, Boyle playing up, that allows him to go into wider areas as well, which he's suited to.
Unbelievable. It is. You've been quite quiet here on the Hibs.
No.
He just wants to talk about Rangers, doesn't he?
Do you know what? See when you were talking about the Caddens last week, that was the first time I found out they're twins, and I played with Cadden at Motherwell.
It's because the other one's never with him. That's how you thought that.
Is that what it is?
I think they're the greatest twins that have ever lived. I genuinely do.
They're still in bunk beds, isn't they?
I really do.
So you talk about a combination of two in that for Hibs. Can they play two goalies? I think they need two goalies, mate.
I've been quite critical. The boy Smith's done alright.
I was at Forest with him. When I was on loan at Forest, he was there, and he's actually decent, but I mean, it seemed like every week I was watching the highlights and the keepers forgot to put their hands on.
No, but I'm all for slotting goals, but Smith, other than the overhead kick where he should have saved, he's done alright now. But he's done alright now.
I just think Hibs and Hearts, probably two of the bigger teams in Scotland, mate. They should be, I think they need better. Are you the same? You fancy Hibs going into the derby?
I think Hibs will win it.
Well, Hearts played well yesterday for not with St Johnstone at home, but
I think they did, but by the way, they could go 2-1 down. Yeah. After St Johnstone scored, the boy goes right through again and misses. Listen, that being said, Hearts did have a few chances in the first. You've called it for ages, with the young boy playing.
Brilliant, innit? How good was he, mate?
He's quality, mate. And the goal as well, that VAR. Fuck off. That's a ball here, mate. They go offside.
He's offside.
I know you go exactly and he's offside, but that's got to be. That's what ruins VAR, mate.
He's 17. Boy Wilson.
Yeah. He really is, mate.
I think he's a superstar, mate, I'm telling you.
I think it frees up Shankland as well to sort of come into the wee pockets and link the play and stuff when you've got someone up there. I think when he plays up front himself, Shankland, listen, I'm not saying by any means that he's a bad player or whatever. I just think he benefits having someone a bit higher and he can come in and...
You know who was awesome?
Penrice.
Mate,
I know Hearts are a massive club, but they could struggle to keep a hold of him, mate.
I don't think he stays. I don't. Maybe at the end of the season, maybe once a full season at Hearts, I don't know. But he's a proper player, mate. He's header as well. And even just...
But a centre forward's header, wasn't it?
Aye, the way bombing on, because they've not got, we were talking about it last week, they've not got natural width Hearts with wingers. But with him and bombing on that left, and then the boy Forrester looked really good as well on the right. Did you see him?
Again, another great thing, mate. Young Scottish players playing.
Well, he sets
good
him
enough.
up.
Of course, they're good enough.
Forrester sets Penrice up. The two of them.
I know, but it's a fucking proper lofty ball. It's a moon ball, mate.
But I think that's where they took. That's where Hibs need to be careful with they two bombing on as well. So, listen, intriguing affair coming up.
What?
Intriguing affair.
You love affairs, don't you?
Oh, do you remember Family Affairs back in the day?
Yeah.
The programme, no. Me and my dad used to watch it half one every single day. I came in from school for lunch and my dad was watching Family Affairs.
Jammies on.
Wish that was me.
Polar Express jammies on.
Who do you fancy for this, Roscoe?
I think a lot of people have got to go with Hibs, haven't they? I think they're starting to play a wee bit, but I just feel as if these bigger games are made for Shankland.
And Hearts have got a much better record than Hibs, haven't they?
They're at home, the atmosphere will be great. I think if Hearts get the first goal, I think they could really kick on for that.
Sorry.
I'll stick with Hibs.
I think
Hibs have got enough to get a wee upset in there.
What about Aberdeen? What's happened? Why such a ball for grace?
Depressing, isn't it, really? It's depressing that you were hoping they were going to do something this season.
Again, the games could go either way. I think a lot of the games in Scotland, it's fine lines, like Klassen hits the post to make them, it could go 2-0, couldn't it? And then, I've said that, was it last week, the two centre-halves for me?
What's he doing again? With the long ball?
Boy Malloy, your centre-half gets beaten there for Josh Campbell, mate. What height is Josh Campbell?
6'2".
5'8" or something. 6'3". The centre half, mate, you're 1-0 up. He loses a header to Josh Campbell, who's a centre midfield player.
And then the boy comes in.
And then Rubizak comes and misses the ball.
Twice he's done that recently, done it for St Mirren as well, remember? Sure, with the long ball and Olasanya broke through. He just can't read the balls coming to the tat at all.
Is he a bit loyal to people? Because the big boy Angus McDonald, I think's alright. He's not really had the look in.
Yeah, but no, really, because he
I know he makes subs, but I'm talking about the starting team.
Maybe, I don't know, but he does seem he loves a sub, doesn't he?
He does love a sub,
I don't know, I just can't believe it, mate. I really thought Aberdeen were going to just no keep up winning every single week, but now what will be six they've not won, or 6 or 7. I don't know. I'm a bit deflated. It's hard for me to talk now. I was just a bit deflated.
And again, you know this as well. For me, they've not got a real goal scorer in their team at Aberdeen.
No.
You've probably
when you play in teams like that, how hard is it when you know, like, we've not got anybody that we're guaranteed, not guaranteed,
goals.
but I think it's going to get you a goal.
Yeah, but see a club like Aberdeen, could they really have went and got anyone better who probably guarantees as many? Yes, Nisbet. If Nisbet's not scoring, then for me it's not a problem for the strikers. It's got to be the other people around about him, because Nisbet's probably as good as your Aberdeens and your Hibs and teams like that will get.
He's not really getting a run of games on this, but he's in and out a lot.
It's him and Sockler that kind of mix it up. Again, we spoke about this with Celtic. So at times where that rotation is really good, people are involved and you're changing the team, but is there a time where you just want to play every week?
Go to, mate.
Aye, 100%.
And having a settled team on the pitch every week?
100%.
What do you think of this? Because you see these teams changing all the time, right? Because of European football and cup football. Surely they can play every game now.
I hate it, mate. I said when Rangers were playing Spurs and Celtic, and they were talking about keeping people for us, and I'm like, are you winding me up? 2 of the biggest games of the season.
It's 3 days
in the
later,
Championship, you play every 3 days, every single week. These guys are way fitter than I ever was when I played. They can play every 3 days, 90 minutes, 95 minutes, whatever it may be. They're absolute athletes.
Right, we need to talk about the VAR and the referees. I've seen people say this is the worst standard they've seen for a long time.
Well, that was my point last week. Like, with that decision was this big thing I made it, but it happens every week, mate, in Scotland. And that one Friday night is horrific. The worrying thing for me, Johnny, is the fact that he's gave the red in the first place. I mean, God knows how, what he's seen there. But then he's went and looked at it again. What's he looked at, mate?
Yeah, his pride's came into play there, mate.
Aye.
I think he's been getting it the full game and he's thinking, nah, I'm just sticking with my decision here.
You can't stick with that though. After you've seen that, like, I get it, referees can make mistakes, and like, it happens so fast you can make a mistake, but then when you've been told to go and watch that, and you watch it and you go, I'm sticking with that.
Mate, I'm going to say something, I don't think that's a yellow card.
It's nothing, is it?
Nothing.
He's got to get that taken off him, surely.
It's not been rescinded, is it? Oh, they're going to appeal it,
Oh, so it didn't get rescinded, he's had to appeal?
He's had to appeal it,
Come on.
I thought you were talking about the ref's licence. He's got to get that taken off him.
But mate, the standards been awful. But see, if you didn't watch any games and you just watch Willie Collum doing interviews, you would think our standards incredible the way he talks, and it's no. I don't get it. Honestly, the way he talks, as if we're doing all this properly, we're doing this right. It's not done properly at all.
But they always do that though. Like, they say, oh, we got this many decisions right, or this percentage. Like, if you're watching it, I get the referee can make a mistake, but if you're watching it, you can't make a mistake.
Spot on.
You can't make a mistake.
With VAR?
You can't. You get to watch it, and it's not as if they're making it quick decisions. How long's the game getting stopped for?
I know.
But you can, every single tackle, you can slow down and make it look like there's more in it than there is. And I was, see, for the very start, I was the exact same as I am now. Keep goal line technology. Get rid of that VAR, mate.
What about would you have it for offside? I don't mind the offside one, because I think it's done quite quick offside now.
No, mate. I would.
Some of the ones where they're like drawing the wee lines and it's like the edge of your shoulder and you're like, fucking go on.
But again, if VAR's done properly, in case it doesn't get sent off, but if it isn't there, then you're getting sent off for that. Do you know what I mean?
I think you just got to. I think even for the enjoyment of the game party as well now, people score now and fans can't really celebrate. You got to wait 2.5 minutes.
You're kind of waiting as well. You're
thinking, oh, my shoulder might have been off there, my toenail might have been off. Just that. That'd have been onside all the time, mate.
You've always got a hard on, so you're always offside.
Stick it out the line.
As the boss coming over, he's like, holding it.
Your tongue up.
I'm not coming back.
No, you have an EJ back. You're sensational on this. Did you see this St Mirren one as well? Boy second yellow Tanzer. Nah, no, it's obviously.
I've not seen that one.
But that's it. There's one in every game. Look at
right, yeah, like
the midweek before, Murrabell's not getting a penalty as well, and it's just.
Did you see the footage of the Celtic Rangers ones? The two guys talking in the VAR room. It's a wee bit in, a wee bit out. I don't know if they're talking about something else, mate, but
sitting on top of each other. What's happening up there? Leave it in.
It seems like
What's it all about?
it just seems like it's fucking like it seems so unprofessional though. Listening to them.
It's like two wee guys, isn't it?
Move on.
It's like fan zone. Remember, you got a Celtic fan, a Rangers fan, and they'd commentate on the games. That's what it's like, isn't it?
Fan zone.
Fan zone. That was it on Sky. I used to love that, mate. I used to love it. VAR in America. How's it there? Done well?
It's a bit better than what they're doing in Scotland now, but they've been doing it for years, so they're a wee bit more brushed up on it. But you still get mistakes all the time.
Do you hate it as a player?
Aye, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's, for me, it disrupts the game too much. They spend too much time on it. Like you said, you score a goal and you're like.
Do you think it changes, Johnny, if you put in a couple of ex-players into the
100%.
VAR room? Because
100%.
they then look at it at normal speed and go, no, it's not a fucking foul, and people haven't played. Now, I'm not saying you need to play the game at a professional level, but you've got to play the game at some sort of level to know exactly
100%.
what it's like. But then,
So how do you find these people? Just like put it out to people to apply?
Well, they do it for the panels, don't they? Like they'll have like a referee and ex-player, like for all those panels. So you can do it for VAR and even for referees' rules as well. Like some of the rules, you're like, you've not played the game. Like you don't understand.
I think there's probably an element to it where if you put two ex-pros in there or whatever, what are you going to give them, like couple £100 or whatever? I think for the abuse that they take, if they get it wrong, they might look at it and go, it's not enough.
I would do it, would you?
That'd be some laugh, wouldn't it?
Get abused in anything, mate, didn't you?
Yes, aye. But there's, I just think that's the only
Would you
way.
do
It's,
You should get into that.
With the suit on every day. No, with the referee's kit on.
aye, listen, I would love to see how it works and actually watch them how they do it and that. But I think that's the only sort of way.
Guys like Stephen Craigan and that would be good at it.
Unbelievable, mate.
Somebody like him, do you know what I mean?
And then we do see ex-pros, man, you had like a Martin Keown getting in. He's not getting anything right, do you know what I mean?
Craigan, he 100% reads the SFA rule book before bed every night, doesn't he?
Oh, he knows every rule under the sun.
Every single. Who'd you say, Keown?
Martin Keown.
He's red Puma. Sitting up, he's on the bar desk, he's red Puma.
Like fucking Dundee, man.
Big Dundee. Bulleted.
The ex-players check in Scotland, I've said Keown, but in Scotland I think would be right.
Faddy, Craigan, they types.
Big Marv.
I would love Dixie.
Bartley.
Dixie
Marv
Jazz.
Bartley. Dixie Jazz with Beijing. What a fucking foul.
Pussy.
Guy being kicked in the head. What a fucking foul.
Oh, but they need to fucking. I would get rid of it now. That's
The Hearts manager called for it, didn't he, to get rid of it?
Mm-hmm.
He said it should be only played at the elite level.
Because he said League 1 and League 2 is no good, so why should we have it?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's playing up a wee bit there, isn't he?
He's went a bit Derek Adams there, isn't he? Just quickly before we go into a wee last bit about his career, good week for Scottish football as well, with players coming through. Dundee 5 under 22, 5 under 21 year olds, you hear that?
What's it, mate?
Be homegrown.
Quality.
You know, else a good one. Bobby Wills at Kilmarnock, you seen him?
But see,
6 foot plus centre forward. Him, Wilson for the future.
who was it him? Who was telling us about the young? Is St Mirren brought man through?
Another good one.
And he speaks proper, like as if he just belongs at that level. Somebody's talking about it. Do you know?
Scored last week.
That's it. Do you know? I think it just gives the country, not the country, but the club a pure lift.
Definitely.
Players see like Hearts, just that young boy. I think it just gives everybody a proper lift. You see a young boy coming through. Don't know if that's a wee bit playing up to his fans there, but
No, I think it
Definitely,
does. I think fans love when they see like one of like their own come through.
that's
100%. I think it's, especially in Scotland, I think we sort of pride ourselves on that.
Well, what age were you when you made your debut? Who gave you your debut?
Levein, 17.
Okay, we love a debut story. You remember the day you found out you were going to play? Was it the day before? Was it an hour before?
No, I didn't even know I was going to play. I'd been in like training with him in and out, just kind of like bouncing around. It was the last 2 games of the season, and I travelled. I was like, I didn't even think I was getting on the bench, and then just sort of day unfolds. You're like on the bench. I was like, this is amazing. Just jumped about, and then last 10 minutes brought me on.
Did he say go and get warmed up? You're going on?
Aye, no,
How's
but
that
like
arse?
throughout the day, it was like throughout the game, you're like going out and warming up, you know, the usual 10, 15 minutes, token gesture, jog about. I was loving it though. And then about 15 minutes to go, he was like, right, get yourself warm, get ready. And I was like, oh, shite myself. Went out, got warmed up, and then he was like, come on back in. That was it.
Do you think you ever get that feeling again in football? The feeling you get when you're making your debut?
I
That
think it's rare. I think you only get it a few
Isn't it?
times. Aye. It's,
see that feeling you get when you make your debut? That never comes again, does it?
never.
Isn't
Aye.
it that
First start.
you could run out the stadium, couldn't you?
aye, it's the adrenaline it hits you is mental. But I think it's very rare to get that feeling again.
But do you think you going out on loan, knowing players going out on loan, because you scored a barrel load
I went Forfar.
aye.
And then I
Dick, it was
went
with Dick, wasn't it?
Aye, with Dick, man. Him and Pink, man.
What were you playing? No playing knee slap.
Slaps at training. Shots up, man. Everyone down, slapping each other.
But you had to slap their arses, wasn't it?
No, it was. No, he used to do that thing where he would line you up in the goal. 2 teams line you up in the goal line. You just lash balls and like everyone's linked and you have to like block it.
That's so good.
But that going into Forfar and first team players, that'll help you
Aye,
massively.
that was an eye opener. I was only 17, just about to turn 18 when I went to Forfar. And just going through like playing like under 19s games to like that jump to like you're playing with like men. Like who like need to these games and that, and I've been doing like 12-hour shifts, just animals. That's what I was like. I'm out my depth feeling, man. But I loved it. Forfar, and then the year after that went to Rafe as well.
How did you go to Rafe as well?
Went to Rafe, aye.
Don't know if enough players do that now, do they?
So both boys went alone, both ended up playing for Scotland. Johnny capped 14 times.
Amazing, mate. I came up and seen you at Scotland Camp, remember? Mate, what a team that was. The players.
Aye.
Me and Andy usually loves this question. Sorry, Si, I've kind of went away for Johnny here as in that you. But seeing that Scotland team, who were the standouts? I love that question, sorry.
Probably the main man when I first got in there was Maloney. Aye, like at that.
And he's doing acting now, isn't he?
Aye, at that time, Maloney, and he was the one that I made the subway to come on for my debut. But at that time, man, Maloney was like.
Sean sound to you?
Aye.
Good guy.
Aye, brand new. Brilliant guy.
Love stretching, mate.
No, he was.
Never seen somebody stretch so much in my life, mate.
No, he looked after himself. He was good, man.
I think he's one of the best
good.
I've ever seen, mate.
Underrated, Sean Maloney. Put him in that underrated category.
You get to see him, like, obviously, I only seen him playing games, but when you get to see him that close all the time, you're like.
You had a bit of Maloney about you, that low centre of gravity, could go both feet, great finisher.
Aye, but Sean was just extra sharp as well, mate.
What were you doing, mate?
No, there's the levels to.
Mate, you taught yourself down, man. You were fucking some player.
Aye, but Sean was. I've got to agree with him. Sean was a level above me.
Was he above you?
Oh, aye, mate. Aye.
Don't know about you, eh?
Aye, he was, mate. He was. Just. Aye, mate. Look at basically what the last 4 or 5 games of the season as well. He's probably went and kept them up in the Premier League. I never played in the Premier League, so there's a level right away. Know what I mean?
But you are like the best championship player of all time.
Aye. Mate,
Yeah, you're the best championship player of all time.
Because I'm going to get fucking out that league. Hung a bit like a bad smell.
Again, Scotland doing Scotland debut for Sean. What game was that?
England at the Parkhead.
Wow.
Came on, set up Andy Robertson's goal.
Fucking hell.
Didn't get a sniff after it.
How was the nerves similar to make your United debut was to make your Scotland debut?
Aye, and it was good as well because it was like all my family and that were there as well for that one. Like nobody was at my debut because I didn't know what was happening. Like just travelled and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be involved in this. So like everyone was there for that one. But aye, that was good. England at Parkhead.
Wow.
Incredible.
Gordon Strachan, Alex McLeish and Steve Clark. Who was your favourite to work under?
Probably McLeish.
Because I got most of my caps under him. He brought me back into the squad. So I'd probably say him. And I get lucky getting back in the squad. They done the Peru and Mexico and it was in June. So it was like right in the middle of my season, right beside me. Like a bunch of boys had pulled out injured. And I was doing well at the time. So like having the games there definitely got me back in. And it was him that got me back in, gave me my first start. Like played my most games probably under him. And
Was he funny, McLeish?
Aye.
What,
I actually really liked him. I thought he was a good laugh, but there was some wee things where you're just like you felt a wee bit bad for him.
What about Stratton Kenya at any time?
He never really.
He'd be savage, man.
He never really came, mate. He had Big McGee with him, and like a couple of times, honestly, McGee had me thinking I was starting. It's like, honestly, like, come up to me.
You're the best player in the world as well.
Best player in the world, come up to you in training, and he'd be like, be ready. He's like thinking about you're going to run, and then he'd do the team. He'd be like, McGee, and he'd be like, Midgie's ball here, man. Midgie's ball here. You fucking told me I'm playing a day ago.
An assistant manager telling you you're a Midgie's boy away from playing.
I was like, this guy, man. But no, he never really came me. I remember going away in one trip though. We were in Ireland, and I'd been away for 2 weeks. It might actually been around about the same time. And it was like one of the ones right in the middle of your summer, and away for 2 weeks, and then there was like one player missing out, and I was sharing the room with Barry Bannon, and got a knock on the door, and we're like, fuck, who is it? And I answered the door, and he was like, as soon as he'd done that, I was like, fuck's sake, man. I knew it was me.
Who was that that left you, sorry?
Stratton
was it?
Stratton, but it was like, it was one player that missed out. It's like, really, like, just don't bring me at that point. I mean, it's like if you know that I'm not going to play, but it's fine. You never really lost it to me because I never really played under him where he would lose it.
Steve Clark as well.
Do you know what he done to me, Strachan? I missed my stag do and that to go meet up with Scotland at the end of the season because I was getting married. So I missed my stag do. I was at Fulham and we were playing, I think it was like Nigeria or something like that, Craven Cottage, but we had a game before it as well. So it was like a squad of 24 or 25 or whatever called up, mate, and everybody got appearances, mate, and I was the only guy in the squad that didn't get an appearance.
He loves doing that.
And he singled me out after the game against Nigeria as if it was going to make me feel better. Aye, listen, I just want to thank everyone for their commitment. We've even got Roscoe here who's fucking missed these stag do, and I'm sitting going there, yeah, wee fuck. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. Yeah.
He loves leaving one. I think he gets a wee kick out of it.
For 5 days or something.
I loved going away with Scotland, I loved it, but like if you're going to leave one boy out, you know what I mean? Like, it's alright first 2 or 3, and you're like,
leave a goal out. You only need one goal out.
Like 5 goalies in the squad, man.
He loved I was always that guy, mate. What was testimonials, mate? Every single player went on 23 man. I was all.
It must have been.
Thank you for your time.
No, I never even got a thanks.
It must have been that sort of era though, because Levein used to do it. Like he would take young boys on like away trips just in case.
They had coffees and that on the bus.
Aye, coffees, or if you had to do that, or if in case somebody got sick or somebody got injured, there was always somebody there. So it must have been.
Would you pull him, Roscoe, when he didn't? After his fight, saying that, would you have been to say,
nah, no chance, mate. I just couldn't wait to get him and get on that flight. But you just felt like an absolute clown, to be honest. You're sitting there thinking...
And then everyone's looking at you as well, the only one there, and everyone's like...
Or you ever get that one guy that comes up to you and goes, you should say something, by the way. Big Charlie used to do that to me all the time, man. You should say something by you. Should I? I definitely go and see you. Can I speak to you? Fuck off, can you? Fuck. Can I speak to you? Speak to us about what?
He's one guy that he couldn't say it into though, for fear of what he would say back to you. He didn't hold
could
back.
cut you down in a
Did
second,
not hold
man.
back, mate. Took me off at half time against Italy. And he says, "What, I'm doing you a favour, you've not touched the boy."
Did you get tagged out?
Aye, mate. I was playing again. It was like Bonucci and Chiellini and that. Didn't touch the. Literally, he wasn't lying. Didn't touch the ball. And he says, "Oh, I'm doing you a favour. You've not touched the boy."
You could have done better to get involved, though.
Aye, I was playing like Kyogo, mate, and behind centre half siding.
Last bit, I end it on a sour note. I don't know why we've done this. Infamous 3-0 defeat to Kazakhstan.
Oh, cheers.
That must have been a story in
It's
there.
a shocker. That was bad.
Were they good or were you terrible?
Wee bit of both. I was actually surprised at like how good they were, but we were shite. We couldn't string a pass together, and that was bad, man. No, what one was bad as well. Got my first goal, and we beat San Marino.
San Marino. But you were terrible.
It was just the feeling of that game, mate. It just like talking about booing. Scotland fans were there, and they weren't booing, but you could just feel it.
So when you're getting criticised for your country, is that worse than getting criticised for your club?
Probably, aye, because you take probably way more pride in doing it for your country, and then when you've got your own country turning against you, then you're like, that one sucks, mate. That one sucks.
What a career you've had. Must be proud, mate.
Aye, mate. It's been good, man. I've had a long career, hoping to obviously play another 2-3 years, and then.
What age are you?
34.
Still got plenty left in the tank.
Back overseas or anywhere in the UK?
No, I want to go back out to America.
Blame me, mate.
So I still feel good. I probably look after myself better now than I did when I was a kid. You know what I mean? So I still feel good. Still feel like I've got a lot to give. So
He's been outstanding.
Johnny Russell.
Absolute legend. Go on,
cheers, guys. Cheers.